ngaro na la wato kuma ta baki asira linga da fo ko nyi founding kila
hey elafta maboro la bang kalpo efa igiso SO na yuna jang ibadin kilalto kati yuna wallet ibe falindiro ke kan sandiri nyat
ni la yuna wallet to si muna fanno tulo yabo mano kandrin en fen jama isi sanno la yuna wallet to kono yalla kamo soto ila wallet to kono
alkana la konda no tay ka yuna wallet anatan tolle bukan na balwo fanondi abe sona yaren ko bulu podo ne la mobile scan yo science ise maboro ke wato men diate
ko be sandro ke fangole ba ko ba ke kan dimbalem isi ñun lonko e sandro ke yona enterprise wato wati ani la yona wallet to la e be lan kamo soto kay la wallet to kono
alina nga kafun nanyi yuna dimbayal kan kasandiro ke yuna bitikoto alina kata nyin ko kentat na sulo fon lolu si sandiro kije se maboro fanan keje
mono jun diana nyum ko di mabal ni kadeda
Assalamu alaikum Badibou bismillah na Kerr Fatou programme to kaminke aramisa bilo na programme foloti sunkaro konon sa mobe konton sunkar dimala ka duwa dron ala sen sumul muta sen na barajul na barol be muta bayri be sunkaro konon na programme binala junale dama about 4:30 isaji sunte wato satara programme pleta bari bi na programme to nga honorable Sulayman Saho to so central Badibou ko su alon sumo ke tol bakandile so bi wala nate hawji tanga na juna ngake juna jani sunte honorable nge bismillah Kerr Fatou
abaraka Fatou kontan da bage kana jang pour kana kacha bankola kola mbera dokulal betendula mbe jela ani na doku nyome fana be sirin jannene
Neneh biwo Neneh fanan Neneh Freda Gomez Neneh tey mom tey da nga ñew dal join ma I want to be on record done show bi I was supposed to have honorable Abdoulaye Cissé mom du daw media nak bo mu na ko jox because mom sa yu ma jaxlé rek dama ko daf day ñew so he was supposed to come why mu ne ma dañ am meeting foreign affairs he was dragged there fofu la neka but I wanted 2 against 1 I wanted ñaari people from one camp against Sulayman because I wanted most of the time sometimes I'm def lolu to buy UDP so mota Sulayman ak Seni Jawara ñoo wara na ñoo waye Seni tam biñ toge fi rek la ma tek mu ne ma mom dafa am question bi mu wara te minister bank for so he is not able to make it so I guess whatever Abdoulaye says we're gonna Sulayman said then you could go with that we wanted them to be here but they're not here but Neneh is definitely here to step in
of course
and welcome to the show
thank you so much Fatou for that actually ñëw na as a guest say Kerr Fatou show bi but then time bu ma nekkoon in a political party it's called CA right it's been a long time Fatou ko ma sax
no independent la loolu mota
independent
they don't
how
care
independent is
loolu la wone mu ne independent
ma ne ko time boobu noonu am na fu ma bokk
because man
ko yaga moo tax Fatou ko
moom interview am bi moom mu ne I think he is independent but closer to UDP
kan la man
how independent
that's how you
yeah and that's
okay
and I know one day you will be part
because
of us.
most of the time
I give it to you.
Most of the time you align with them though.
No, you will be part of us.
And fortunately, unfortunately, because ñu ngi si opposition. You understand? And as somebody who is not a supporter of the current government, da nga gis ne sa views that they align and somebody else
exactly.
who is opposing. So keneen koy seet dafa ne yena bokka.
Well,
ay na seen views yi more aligned because of you all don't believe in what is. Moo taxit, you know.
And I think that is true because SFL wax na mako fi mu ne opposition dañu wara try stay away from attacking each other.
Absolutely.
MC Cham ta wax na mako ben time.
Absolutely.
Even honorable Abdoulaye Almame Jiba wax na ko fi 2 weeks ago mako amé last week la mu ne opposition dañu war a di bàyyi di attaquante because ñun ñëpp suñu goal mooy pour unseat benn person.
Exactly.
So I guess that's why most of the time they align.
And that is very, very true.
No, Almami's word doesn't stand. Because I'm going to lulu.
Almami is my special brother.
Yeah, but yala kuma kawal ni ba fola nyanta ni la baro eta nyola. Yeah, because ni yara la manya do jibe dipite bonto. Oni la kuma kawal bekata ibe kalo fobe man sekunda la foto man sekunda. Ibe kalo hamo mune fawati. Because ni wande but yala kaja jabe.
Kaja that's okay sometimes.
Okay, yeah, but yeah.
Because sometimes you cannot agree on everything.
On everything, but kuma menko banku doko ni man sekunda be banko tinyaka. Ninko mbo kusi fal kela la dibite bonko. Ite ende la mo gane. But instead ila voting pattern ka jibe ko. Akamuta nika mo la kamfandi. O mo la kube kono. No. Banko tambita wala. Ni nata ngo banko. Be kamen ngo banko. Na sama ndingolu because ni dunia be kono ni West Africa jambi bankol bebe falenka bankol bebe ta nyato molla kunul be la fakan molla political kala mutan do siya political party yo siya mon party ko molla ja ibe kam mol karandino ibe kam manya ga men fonza na fa so ibe ka understand gambe de party ol siata but foka political party manya la ke ba politician o siata for really politician ol muti bang kaje ko Gambia kata nyaadi Gambia solata falindirola Gambia solata tesitola so but ni te la ko je diamu dron alla media fana tinyaro ko non de camera fodol fana kala fle katala fo frontol to ba because mbakana kula ja di end of the day ila manya le katala fon contradict ni mo jibi kabali mafako ko dol be ji yaje ko Fatou to be même voka wala toñati biye la ka toñam be tara wono but consistency in politics fana kumayata biye ke party de sambe ke yorate sin de ke kumbade sin ko ke dejate
okay
ya la munem ye men fon tinga je nyamen modo be deputy bungoto ye fanjeje by chance they just there by chance they found themselves there I'm sure they cannot even remember how they got there so now they cannot break or make anything so even min kekan wolente kino felenting ntenga lon ko nteta do monola but because nteta do monola ntefa namba make sure lako itefa nteta do mala it's either nga bon wala nga banko keje ila manyam wolete nteka ntenga je wolete
tonya
so kumata so force me min jibela wolom député bu ngoto carte fayo min keta je kunum wolon electoral bill mo jama I think ni so fangol nenta ka record no wolungol bari ali afonyi no ko be busy la back and this is a very important bill electoral bill because Gambia niaje bi ni change function na electoral laws to lo san fintita akon na loi electoral laws nanta falin nale anytime I speak about him I have chills because that's ni na tin na fintita pour kana electoral laws falin wokono ani o tutaje wokono revolution o starta UDP leadership tata kasoto kabri woketa mobe yaje ko tonya mbe nyanta kafulal wokono fo fali woketa njikita ko ni wonata député bu ngoto woma nyana kale sotola because mbe minwe opposition ani minwe masakunda bi kar president baro no matela opposition la leader so ibe d'accord tal ko na electoral laws nyanta falina ibe d'accord tal ko na loi dol nyanta falina including constitution mina constitution of bari sai electoral laws kabrana ta national assembly ale mun simfanya leta janning ka futa voting
Fatou yang kuma de kajala ndebe kajala no me tonya fu
that's all
ni electoral law election bill anatle in the 5th legislature
okay
adita committee la because yala ni biro nata bilo stage la juro tunkon lebi
ha
na boda force read na second read na boda je na passed out it can be referred to the committee me along or ba jibela or committee of the whole house so nata in the human right and constitutional matters committees pour ul finansim di mol se kacha banko kan mol la mera lo munati carte faw tunkon na sartol député wol be tombon non nyaadi councilor be tombon non nyaadi président be tombon non nyaadi ala qualification be kala munati wala mu abes afan sartol be kala munalti so kacha lal tata andu ka bani nyimbe kala minister commanditale memu justice minister you understand So o minister fana fo esi la input wala mu ila mirarol isakiji okay civil society commandita IEC fon commandita and we be report on yin ka fo le report ol be la kuma kamol o committee o samana député bu batol be sida ndi kachata munel mambete aje no bondi nata adopt na report on adopt ko based on the ni seke no luate etra election biro ko so sai biro la stage o me ka fa consideration stage kata ka jibe item by item kulen tunkun libro tunkun data tunkun in biro metal because mulbi be tiamu kanala but biro initially a design tele nyal la planning constitutional councitano
on 2020 no
kabrin 2020 draft nyimbe dal election bill fana design tel in way de pour ñu lisa ñomoy no loi la carol kabrin 2020 draft failed because of filter parliament voted it out so committee still work on it in the IEC kaji ka sanitize so for report on na adopt kabrin report on adopt say consideration stage committee ñi human right committee wala kam mol ñaton kaya mirarol to mel be buru safu ko ha fotata ñin tonkun dotal bari to leñi na mira ko sey im falen do kedi bari kabin ni fatu tude kaccara nin nene ani ñi bunda do lul ko ñine be keleji ñine ñi janta ñine be keka dunya ko andu ñine fa be constitution as reference fotata ndara wol ñama bari jannin kata that faithful day men kata kunundi assembly ka start 10 o'clock la assembly must start no for almost 11:30 or 12 dasta demanding
mune whatsapp
itate la meeting rek ila duma meeting
jumal le tate
Sidi Njai justice minister beje e kay seni jawara ñol mel fo bebe jele itate la meeting soto yana san kabi itate la meeting soto inatena inanya fo e kalon ne ko ñir bon nan cool so yala ni futa do ka proposal o kenon at the committee stage consideration say ka foko nyindo e bondiji indo e lafaji ye tungo men follow ma wala me alon nti aje ko wala nyanta bondi la bi wala alkalo la attestation ane sefol committee ko sefol e bondiji alkalo le tuji nti Sulayman Saho sefero ko ibe buji because nintu wule fafa o bafa ni fe wule nyenta silala ndola election to jang pray credible no pray seneano because election in the senealal first but ndola election because seneano because man sekunda la mul milike dabulandi and wo mul nyenta tada mul milala nyenta tada yende kala tilin nandol tema last registration o menker mfonga la nyaay salike nyente Kerr Fatou juveniles disenfranchised millalon they are not qualified to vote e carte question di wala because attestation on alkalo ni itara alkalo le ya attestation on jurme buloko it's not monitored
so at committee ko
sai kabri na ranko ni ndela proposal alkalo le buji any sefol but wata committee fanan ko sefol e bondi
but alkalo la maletuje
ito le wolof so speaker na da photo an alkalo le follow fight yala obviously ni alkalo eliminate ni succeed down sa is na sefol ndo speaker no anna be ke kilimote ba ito ko sefol ndo alkalo ni sefol les akono be separate ya vote ko alkalo le tuji ya vote ko tango ko sefol fana tuji ila argument mumunati yolo ne ba speaker fon ke baba kalo ka foko because chairperson na matisa se debate kenon ko ndeko alkalulu mamul belon sate wolto busumbal la alkalo nde bonan blado migrate na ta si busumbal alkalo manti long amandillo aben attest no nyaadi ando attestation mo sedi ara wolte ngo jang dal wartale ni alkalo ki jar ko but banko tunkum folo ko birth certificate wulu kayto ni o man so ID card ni o man so passport jumal beta da baluri sanji tanni sey iman kayto kilin sotono anamuta ko tanke bayri buta national general registration birth certificate folo man kija it will parliament ma pass prove nobody will be left behind nobody will be statelessness so no baby hearing ite na yafoko yo satol be je bare ko alkalo attestation wala se woku no kudo lel kun but ni left in IEC independent to be impartial manye na wala sotlaji ani jawara time ke ba lulla katara siri o sate o kon yalla nim fatu man dolo nene balon nal nin nene malo samba balon nin samba malo abubakar balon nal jumal dingu kar iko ke wala kam but say be 21st century we live in a digital world Gambia ka fanga mole kam tan tolmu bankol te mialo manja balu la nyim dunya ko ngam fanke ani say tol primitive tal ne fem fo yota nola mamfuta je nyani it's simple so say will vote out
so
it succeed out
so say come to ko according to this electoral bill min vote that alkalo ni say for continue la kam attestation okay muda ko tanke inata nyinto yo bare nyi proposal dole nata jenu because nyim wala mu nyinti ko for diaspora to vote ni ko diaspora wala mu na melbe bantar an Senegal mu diaspora okay so Sidi Njai nata proposal ke pour we delete ji pour ko bondi ji
you understand but jani Sidi Njai ba fala sen na follow wult
seni
honorable Seni Jawar ko ni is unconstitutional a section 88 code nang me atandi ko banko dingo be nyanto sot le pour ka carte o fay o lo carte fayola bara tungu flo men fo wala president carte fayo ne o botaji député yakana ba yalon ndebe ke blame e malu akaran ibakata mul fana ya yinin ka me muluati ite ka luwa karan don just in primary school din o secondary school din ta wala luwati no because foye kango mo yaka kango mef ni tam mo kango understand ite ba folo nyare unconstitutional but the saddest thing Fatou
Seni clarify that Sulayman clarify that ako munne unconstitutional
wala mu nyinti ko because diaspora manka constituency so constituency melbe constituency to wala nyanta register wonte wala interpretation of because IEC consultational IEC ko we are good to go with this IEC la son tangina in committee si tangina ko diaspora of vote not so IEC nyanta mo nekele sai ka facilitate resources parliament nyanta mo nekele in the budget to allocate resources pour ñu leta diaspora registration of you understand akamuda ka ke banku dol ka nyame but it will come même for be IEC ñing ak ñim fana bi lo IEC sembentu yandle pour que les régulations le o mina IEC la régulation le ita fundol ko constitutional conflict section kilinte je que section be code is all is all false
it only mean for so kuno covering honorable Ablaisi say covering tolga post ning when we just put out Madi la post ning we shared it and said ko nyule vote ka so Ablaila young call and the argument was this is in amantara in line with the constitution of the Gambia because number one a section of in code
section 88 I troko mum 43 rele 43 for 48
I don't know exactly, but I mean for Wolongo, IEC, Gambia constituencies is about 48, right?
Yes.
And then, well, the constitution. So, Nil after diaspora add laje, for another constituency add je. And that is not in line with the constitution. Ngai ko bari ngamirabe 2024 draft kono. Natole amira ko 2024 be pass lale. Also pass, also bulano jele, then nal voter. Oh, you can still go back to the 1997 and amend that part.
Exactly.
It's something we are is doable.
Exactly.
But it's all argument it's an inconstitutional manta. So if you mean inconstitutional manta, woman correct. But Gambia no dolphin and the diaspora moja coming for Wolongo. Gambia min bebe diaspora to ibe bota satel to. For example, nte do mañol min be America, ibota kombo nodle. Ni be register, let's say register from their homes where they come from. So that way you don't even have to demarcate another constituency. So modular argument, but it all from the argument of minti wolonko.
Fatou.
Diaspora man create in our constitution.
Fatou is out of wickedness, is out of ignorance, is out of undevelopment, is out of self-perpetuation. Because it can mean for them. I see la do ko mo. Don't it la do koti. One title debate la do koti. It will sign them below be to nyato. It will yen bless ko. The diaspora should vote. The nitty-gritties which are left behind, I see la bokela. Oh, not abula isi ya jeko la kuna beje. Ay na bilo samana. Ayonje le dibite mo re bilo samana. Fanyo ngol man bilo samana nji. Afana ko ta bilo samana na nata wolem. Nata abula alon ko because su kilinte jang Gambia même man dingo soto banta. Su kilinte jang wolle ko dol ki jang 2016. I batata nyim banko I beje dol beje they want to come home man nano. Diaspora batatale. Diaspora ko do fon fente bulu a pebi nyim Gambia banko le. Remittances men kana banko kam. Inyente fon every month yente ko fu mo le remittances men kana ja. An African Union co, Diaspora is a aid region. Is in fact recognized by AU. This Gambia government not a a Diaspora group or local Diaspora will be recognized.
In fact, the Supreme Court had a ruling.
Minister found. Daude Jallo, how many times on media Kafoko Diaspora voting? Daude Nasi didn't know like Daude dictate. People who know nothing about the law, it take loyalty, it take current. Dauda disappointment. I'm not political. Dauda, when I was a youth, we used to have youth camp in Brikama. Dauda controlled our good governance and democracy.
Yeah.
Those democratic values and credentials, Dauda will find me told. Because Dauda ni madi nyol control ta human rights nyol fabakar krenyol peace education Gambia college. Nindri nga soma camp keji. Dauda na fumbula mulbula kalo tema mol tema ta kamota he is motionless if he is spiritually bewitched. You understand? Because no matter what happened, you should be able to defend your cause. It's a technician of look. This is doable. I am appealing to you. This is what Batambidu will do in those days. Bible said, honorable members. I'm appealing. Let's do this because the country is on a transition. Let's pass this law. I know this and this. Anyway, yes, you can look at it, but come on. No. Just because they have planned. Unless we are convinced. You remember
2020 draft.
He brought his client and betrayed him in front of people. Diaspora. Anybody can become a member of Diaspora at any time. Because you become in Diaspora. But Bankuding you fundamental right. And there was a Supreme Court ruling. At the end of the court members. There was a Supreme Court ruling on this. Let's align it.
You want to tell us the Supreme Court?
Let's align it. The rest will come later.
What's wrong?
This is simple. We don't need any lawyer to explain this thing to us.
Neneh, first, mabuga dore si attestation. Denga limo si attestation. Ñu bari we cry foul during attestation. Because ñun ñep gis nañ ñu xewon fi during attestation. Why nak? Mënu lo si kenn mënu si dara because loi bi moo empower alkalo ak sefo ñu bari lii nañ ko te ñu bari luñ si doon ragal mooy xam nga election fitna election dafa baaxut si réew so ñu bari dañ fogoon ne xëj na ñu génnee attestation yi alkalo ak sefo yi but my thing is lan lañ ko replacer su dee koo xam ne am na ñoo xam mënuñu am birth certificate amuñ passeport amuñ ID card mun naa am ñoo xam ne mënuñ koo am léegi lan mooy sa opinion ne even though committee bi agree woon ne ñu bàyyi ñu génne sefo bàyyi fa alkalo ñi dañ vote ne ñëpp ñu bàyyi sefo alkalo pour ñu def attestation.
Jërëjëf Fatou election bi ñu am 2021 yaagut yaaga boo xam ne dinañ fàtte li jànkuwante ak jafe-jafe yi ba pare man dama feel ne ñun ñi ñu jiite they are still very stagnant and myopic minded in their thinking because da nga am pour xalaat njëkka balaa ngaa jëfee so su nekkee ne reason moo taxoon ñu def loolu noonu ne attestation because that was decades ago pour yombalal doomi réew mi understand nga pour am kayita yooyu noonu waaye ni ko honorable waxee 21st century year 2025 if we are still defending ne dañ war a use attestation, that is our backwardness. Man li ma doon feel mooy ne gis nañ fi this birth certificate registration. Why can the government understand that them everywhere else and make sure ne képp kuy doomi réew mi waxuma la ID card sa de waaye birth certificate ñu dem ensure ne ñëpp am nañ ko mboolem soo fi juddoo even xale yu liir yu ndaw yi sax suñ gisee ne xëy na sa yaay sa papa qualify nga pour am ko let them issue you those documents as a starting point. Birth certificate ku nekk ko war a am ñu make sure ne ñu empower lopitaan yee fii xale yi di juddoo pour nga xam ne xale bi su juddu rek nga qualify dinañ la ko issue xam nga loolu noonu eradicate nañ that problem. So léegi yow des na si yow nga dem uti ji ID card wala nga uti passport because loolu noonu war nga ko dem mun a uti ji nga fay waaye birth certificate kenn waru koo fay loolu waru nga di government bi la pour ñu def loolu. Loolu suñ ko defee then we have eradicated this issue of attestation because xale bu ci nekk am nga birth certificate pour wane fan nga juddoo nda Gambien nga doo Gambien understand nga because sa birth certificate dina ko wane. So loolu duñ war a waxaat yi fi attestation. So man at this point in time ne loolu is an issue sa pour debate ko di ko xeex sa man dama ci gàccelu dama ci rus te pour embodol li kii wax man fi ma dëkk Latrikunda yëri nga ñaar Serekunda West last election si bi ñoo register man fa woon koo xam ne suma biir kër la dika Guinéen la jógee Unda Ñang mooy woon regional chairman of NPP foofu noonu because kooku dafa nekk di luwaas kër Unda Ñang kooku mun na autoritative li wax ko te ñu bari gis naa leen waaye kooku moom xam nga boobu kenn mënu koo wéede Unda Ñang moo ko yóbbu ci alkaalo bi suma kanam ma crime fa waaye man kenn amoon ñoom ñu ngi am doole kenn du ma faale man dama foogoon ne loolu dañ ko cancel sax waaye I saw the guy with a voting card te I saw the guy voted Guinéen la
duma la dog de man ñëwkat boo xam ne man suma yaay ñoo ko indi from Sénégal some years back mu ñëw fii xaw ma ndax dafa am kay through marriage because yàgg na fi waaye you and I know ne ñu bari kenn du dee process follow those kind of process fii dama dem vote in Lamen ma dem taxaw si rang bi ma gis ñookor bi nga xam ne maa ko indi si Gambia fii maa ko indi fii pour suma yaay dafa amoon atelier NTC ñookor mu ngi taxaw si rang bi pour sànni carte gis nga loolu munuma ko dama def live sax ma doon def live dama ko feature si live bi ma ne ëllëg any day ma wax ko dinaa leen ne kii la so li nga wax I also can relate you know
so ku nekk suy try pour canvass for votes because what we have dishonest politicians ñoom it's all about numbers it's about the win how they win they really don't care so because they don't care about how they win whether it's transparent or not transparent they will do everything that is going to get them the win so these are the processes so man dama against this attestation
why su dee attestation amul because we don't have a robust system boo xam ne dinañ ne register nañ every Gambian in a database boo xam ne you can always go there for example because xam nga man mun na am birth certificate te ëllëg mu réer su réeree dama am pour dem jëlaat birth certificate boobu lan lay proof ne juddoo naa fi so unless we have a robust database suñu amutee loolu alkaalo amut attestation CFO amut attestation kan mooy attest nit ki nga xam
okay Neneh quand même foi there shouldn't be room for excuse now
exactly
because signing voter registration or new birth certificate it all have the new registration everybody will be captured
man capture man yeguma ko imante capture
you understand so mo demal le register
man xam naa dañu
I have
man awma
okay you can go to any health facility they will give it to you but quand même faut le mu ñinti ko yalo ni lafta whole sukila foi prepare lafta mu ne la pour dunia am fana election tonya ya no akana no ñu lemen ke 2021 inde kala mobile karambol 2021 ma amanke ñindi ka fo ne kole kode attestation ol tatle dita mo la bungol kon attestation inde dila mo la registration center bal bungol kon ñu ya talawol ndela nebo jambur ke bani janna ka fa dingole na kay ko aka ada dimbala ko meta gambe jam 40 something years ali ñul kaytol sende akana carte o fay al manke jandi ngolti na lafta jandi yala altaleta register ata man carte ota ala musul bi mata ba kabra fat ñu tarale ñu tare kaytol dila mele kaytol dila ni tollan no jambulo medina no jambulo bodo kata badal ya be ka kayto ledi jang lebol mel na nyede mo la jang tanje nyol do gunjuru nyol do ye kayto di bel wala sabu ka be presidential election botan parliamentary my interest because package nyim bantale ye kudole janje tema ye kudole dila you understand so ni afo ka fo sede jaroli yenta bulale nata court ni embula dun tata no supreme court wado la ka sedol men yin kan sefindin no ndela sate auto na listo menta mi alon fo men confirm ani narol beje naro mi alon fam ab Senegal yalan you have nawler France and nawler angare e katara siri ngene do kuma dijat naro fon ital flera re kayto diwa ba kaben no confront we kayto sendel aussi fa jamal le keta muso fara fanya konte go jene ma nyaari kilo yapa ma jola voters card abondita ala badan soko Senegalais nka dede nka tie so nka même folo mu yintiko it's not about bimbe men ko nka samala jibi the future we have a country to build nyim banko bata batale di yalo jankol mel be siri be katama ni afo be ka understand but ani tata jay fintita Guinea Bissau ikaje ko be move kana jamme mandara move ka itata Senegal jayaje be move kana so munade na fondol nol manga hanaba din kirimol ndu letu la falo do hani ala la nyinte men nan ala seji anna na ala batata ala fana na batata be fille jele because at the Quran ko he will never change the condition of people until they change themselves nin gamelo lafte fankele sadal it will to $10 ala be bulal tende because if won nyaka mojal interest kan même diaspora jumar man nafa so diaspora bi why should we wage a war between us and diaspora mfon dingol nyin kilometer de long time jawala time it have got 7 months kija italo we remember that in 70s imol be kija but sign wall has progress you understand mol move tale diaspora Senegal il faut be carte o fay kan janin ni election ci Senegal ka police station o sota Guinea ka police station o fo ma ngena kalen to bu karam blu muna na sa into ba fula hani
Tonya Neneh denga honorable lim wasi diaspora voting bi mu ne ko lo xamne committee bi dañ ko agree they did consultation this is 5th legislature bi la won electoral bill bi man my issue is with the justice minister and I said this bi ñewé table 2020 draft bi dafa ñew rek mu ne mu ngi ni de Alhaji Wedron
me I don't have power it's the parliament that has power
you know do they defend dara batame du wax ko lula neex gis nga ba taxawé su taxawé ci kanami député di defend bilam da nga fone dafa bëgg joy sax daf leen saraxtu because daf ko gom dafa gom li mo present Dawda Jallow man dama day gom ne 2020 bi bu ko present gomu ko buguton mu pass bi man dama fokk ne tamit because court bi dama read story bi court bi wax mu ne well I cannot say whether if it's passed whether it will like
I say well if it can
we all know when you believe in something and you're defending that thing you give it all why
lack the stamina to defend fundamentals
no the
Dawda
okay
Dawda lacks stamina to defend democracy to defend a constitutionality because these are binding. Ba knows very well. Ba is not somebody.
No, it's not Dawda.
Sorry, Dawda. Dawda knows these things. Amanke moti mi alo ya fuko. Ama expose.
So
say, what is this stopping him? So what I mean to call Dawda is contributing to put Gambia into a constitutional measure. It's trying to promote what kleptocracy. It's trying to promote what decadency in this country. We can't accept that. Yaronko, nka memfumoli. Banuno Canada evoka bako do mbari. As a president o kanu nyonya. As a left president o nyonya. President o fanan yalo nako. President o manyulong. O malo membe keri ni call. Ayta tong bako e minister bitu call betre bul. Baro ka fo ne bitu betre bul. Because the camera ko na appoint abandon. No, because baro ka nyin constitution read koteng. Baro ka nyin read. Baro man time sort of. All has time for other engagements. But I mean tombo. Do justice. Tell the MPs, please, we are building a society. Our country, we suffered a lot in the history. Let us not try to fall into wrong hands. And this is what they are getting. Because the perpetrators within the parliament will touch on Nanya. Because people like Sidin Jai, Fabakari Nyulu, you understand? So, look, members, Fabakari Jibaka call defend Nyame. nala interest be dame. He could have also said, look, this thing alinkana bulaji nte dimma fele sa ata Canada ndindol be ndindol ni nyanto le dake gambela politiko alika for prisoner te carte of file because that clause yim fana yo fana
bondi
fana nyinko ko prisoner for be carte of file, but let their names be on the voter list. Today I'm a convict. I can be sentenced for 1 month, 3 months in mile 2, but ninto manke voter list bala.
When you come out, you can't vote.
I can vote. You understand? So, but, prison is a rehabilitation center. This time, we are fali. For my military, because if you keep me out bail, yalo mo na la miro lo sutiar. Amantamba nung kulol. Yalila miro amantambi nung kulol. Eka mo sendi komal. We should think beyond our nose. You understand? Naje ko Gambia nyenta move lale. Anu nimma move. Wala ka coup d'etat samana. Wala ka demonstration samana banko kan tinyarol be kela. Civil unrest, and this sub-Saharan Africa is not safe any longer. Fatu, the political crisis within the Sahel, anyenta moslalat. And the men go, Gambia or dua bankole kute keleja. It's a dua for a Arab bankol si. To listen dua so the Arab bankol mensi. Ngo dino nata wala nata jit lokam nanja. So
yeah,
let's be responsible to this nation.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Ndepa America, ikatara president of police kanyin damal. Maybe they have their own agenda to put this country into a problem. Because the man of Diaspora, you all denied to vote. This is a constitution, and then you found the matter will not be left like this. You know what is going to happen, Fatou? The next step is, since Supreme Court made a ruling on this, who are they, the parliamentarians? Kavoko, Mbabondilaji, Supreme Court rule on it. Because if you are making a law, you make reference to
the rulings of
statutes, conventions, other rulings, precedents. So, ika wale lijibe to make a law. So, it's a reference monet. Bakari B. Dabo versus the state and in Pasambajao. That's a clear evidence.
Yeah.
Until Dauda Fonyan to use that to convince them. But then Dauda you'll tata meeting also Akoyoko, or you look at Mbem Bundilla, Akoy Atrato Lebu. Atrato Lebu, naked.
Outer cooking,
Sirin Jabo Comenkun. Sirin Jaban, Yalamoka, Tonyanka Billiamle, Siri by interest lenoma. You understand? Siri la interest mentaka wala siki wakafa wala bana. Akajira ko bela. Because ate maybe atagaje ko nine nimfura heki balo narko Diaspora ka to criticize la Diaspora kan kete but Siri atrele faje ko e kana vote. Siri call people from home to come and vote. Nka Siri ite killing you serve as deputy speaker. Nka itle fana mu speaker teja. Nkai ko itle fana nataka majority nkai ba ite kala to minority leader nafuna ninja weta dun nkai nyin sabo membe bul nyano yota ntala jite but to minority ite to fana control no. So this is the case in the parliament. Bala fa ba banko
Neneh diaspora voting they mom bu news bi wache bar dafa melni mom dega
Dembaladi.
Yeah, dafa melni ñu bari dañ feel sad. The fact ne diaspora luñ dé contribute ci dëkk bi. Gis naa ku melni Moussa Dieng mu def post boo xam ne it's disheartening.
Yeah, it's
Let
sad.
me say opinion they voted against the diaspora voting. I mean, lu gaay wax rek tam nak in their defense, it's not in line with the dictates of the constitution.
It's baseless. It's baseless.
I'm sorry to use that language, but it's not true.
No, it's baseless. So hold that list of people you vote against it. Fofu nono yep. Kan la se jangam matcha bo xamne mun nga taxaw sa agiu yenasan nga with substance, with facts ne yow li nga wax dafa am foko wër. Ñom ñep di nga gis ne ñun school la. Send argument because the argument is all in the same line.
Yes.
In the same line. They've just been schooled and say, okay, so your argument is going to be based on this. Section 38 la, section 88 la, fofu ngeen ko base because you mungsi constitution be. Why you look beyond that. Now, man dima nekk di wax nit ñi rek moy ne nañ leen xool fuñ commencé. You understand? Diaspora be even last 2016. Dañ yàgg di contribute dañ yàgg di sustain this dëkk bii nii fii nii ñu ci bare am na ñu fi tekki de Fatou waaye fii boo buggee génn ñi nga xam ne fii lañ tekkee ak ñi génn tekki defar fii dara du des dañu waxante dëgg te ni ko Baro waxee rek di bo mon dum folo fo mbuka ñu suute
mu ne su wala soku fo mbuka ñu
ah fuka ñu suute exactly tol be ñu suute kan hanin kabide andun tol son do mo be tama kan léegi yow ñoo xam ne yow sa boppa yaa taxaw ñëpp déggal nga jay leen wax seen baax ay xeeti baax wax yow li tax nga nekk tey ñoom la te loolu yow boo ko waxut sax ñëpp xam nañ ko te ñooñu ñu ngi continue to play that role why because of in your myopic mind and slumber thinking bëgguñ la it's all centered about that noise bi yëpp soo waxee sax bul fare diaspora bi rek ñooy make noise they don't make noise they care about where they're from because nu métti ñoom ci bari dinañ fi dellu si waat nu métti su dee ñaar ñetta ñoo fi nekk ñu ngi fi am juróom benn ñu ngi fi am fukka kon looloo gën a bari ñoom seen wax yëpp foofu lañ ko bis moo tax waaye ñoom de faalewuñ loolu kon li naka seetuñ ci loolu noonu now su dee ni diaspora bi fi lañ bokka dañ tukki rek uti li ñuy wax rek jàmbaar daw dafa uti doole dañ uti moo leen fa tax a yóbbu muy fa yàgga duñ musa doon foofu noonu na nga naturalize na nga am passeport Fatou ñun ñëpp tukki nañ ñun ñëpp dunda nañ biti bi mënoon nañ faa toog because su dee neex rek la fa la uppee su dee am rek la fa la uppee su dee pour tedda la ak tarangal fa la uppee waaye dañ xam ne fii lañ jógee te fii lañ bokka te kenn mënuñu cee génne ñu dellusiwaat pour bokka pour defar dëkk bi dañuy wax dëkk ci dëkk bi defar dëkk bi moo ko gën ñun loolu moo ñu indiwaat waaye doo ñu mën a disenfranchise nga xajak seen farfarlo ci ñi nga xam ne xam nga olof de wax ne nga gën nit ki gën koo tekki gën koo tarangalu ba pare mu taxaw ne daf laa xas loolu moo nekk si dëkk bi fii nii te loolu lañ war a bañ man I am so disheartened ne ak seen contribution yëpp ak everything li xew this is the slap we're going to put on their faces. I still consider myself diasporan.
I'm a diasporan too.
Exactly. I still consider myself a diasporan.
Yeah.
Because man lima fa am fogu mote am na ko fi. You understand?
Yeah.
Why feel la neka ak all jafe-jafe yoy nonu yep ma ngi fi ni. Musu tam metti bima xalaat ne dama daw ma bayyi. You understand? And so many other people. So legi yen ma ngi gis this lady very loud at assembly. What's her name again? One of the lady MP nominated
Maimuna?
No.
Fatmata.
Jawara, right? That's the Jawara lady.
Yes.
Fatmata Jawara.
Wow. Smart auntie.
Okay.
Sanisi Banta.
Ding ma balal fi for a minute. Because what happened to the Fatmata? Was she not the one that was part of UDP and was with Salo sending them?
Yes.
They got brutalized.
She voted against my private member bill on Public God Act.
They got arrested. They got jailed. And why? What was the reason again? Remind me. They were trying to advocate protest for electoral reform.
Yes.
And electoral reform means all this thing. It's inside that electoral bill.
Yeah.
So what has changed? Double tongue. Man, I sit and say she never believed in what she was doing. Marie Randol be ko ci yobu. Because su don ne daf ko gom lim dunda ak ñeneen. I saw a video where this woman was narrating the turmoil, the story, everything they've gone through. During their brutalization, their arrest, their detention, the interrogations, everything that was meted on her. And that's the lady that stood over there to vote against this bill. The same bill that warranted for you to go under all those struggles. Like, seriously? How dishonest, how insensitive, how forgetful. Poor man is delusional. It's unfair.
Right.
It is unfair, Fatou.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Why should people be dishonest? Because of convenience.
Yeah.
I tell people change does not come, you understand, with convenience. It doesn't at all. After Linda Dunda yip ak ñeneen. Among those people, how many people have died during that struggle? How many people continue to die after that struggle? And you still turn your back against those people. Ñooñu fiñ nekk ñu ngay yëngatu seen bàmmeel. Parce que she has betrayed them.
Yeah.
And everybody else.
Yeah.
Just because of convenience, because of position, because of privileges. Like seriously?
Wala sabu nene fature wala na nimbe multo mbona. Asikole anyawanya na doku tero. yala nyin compensation all is high time nanda hala
in fact all adnan ko nominated members of constitutional
exactly because jang government politic of patronage asiata ni man kuma mole jalol lo men wala ka didaro ke mandi jalol mu didar la lelti kuma kangole be mole ya didale be football didale be kumol futandla nin kumol jita duma ya futandi bar bi molle vanke jalol de men fo manke jalol wala jali ya dum nata ke tiñarol de bankoka because nim mansal be siri nyabe mansal nyala Sulayman be siri même manke Sulayman fon la history ya be sika ya laka pour la hajo e jar e banko di ngol to bata
Sulayman ni be ñinol tala ye put at the same level ning jalol pang nandi role
ani mantele mutakande
parce que ñim manke jaral yaati
ani ma understand ñul ngamen tandi la wala mu yinde ko ma fo ni jalol be tembe dakiri ko mol yowol lon de darol but most of them are praise singers because inter katala mun la wala mu yinde ko me nkeji because how are you nominated
but for you baro left on pour diaspora kana carte fay fo
no
is that so that's my
no
I'm a question I'm asking muna yatina NPP deputy anila allies solo yeah miracle they voted against the diaspora voting.
The allies members
because it all constitutionality but it took a wanted muna yatina is it because ko ila party leader or ila party ola structures malafi wala bang for muna yatina
anyway ndi aji nyame nta fono la ko barolem because fona consultant ba malo ndol de ni na party leader man consult on this but in commenting wala mu nyindi ko it will be siri député bongol andu baro commitment lo kay banko ka ani mandala baro fon la party to nalon ko president wal mata kuma ko fo diaspora maja ko they are bona fide citizens who contributed a lot to this change
baratel ko fanan ko diaspora
ba ko ton feño alo ba ko ton feño nin kam fa dunga ni wol dunto ko ba ko ton feño o ba ko ton feño mo le alno ko ba ko ton feño wonde toñaade because ina mananke ba ko ton feñete mo le alno ko political
don't worry the diaspora they know they are only 100 people they are not many it's only 100 people that are making the noise
so mo le alno ko alum political the government ko fallacy to our government political fallacy wala moti kafo ko da respect ba ko ton feño but men ku mata bi almame jibañol mel lati ka e kartaw fay you know what wala mission meant anything in that constitution is about Yaya Jammeh. But Yaya Jammeh the constitutional. You left off in the constitutional meant for them but lawal. You see almamel propaganda. Amically no tumani sani anim bondali le MP. Will that they raised their hand to vote with us. Ni almamel will condition to put their hand down. Billahi wallahi saw him. Guy, you almame doing this. Yes, we are defending the constitution. Wala nani draft fund. Baro yalong mulma may understand. Baro ngoy ne ko.
But almame statement that I mean for you ko is in constitutional framework.
Abe manya men al video jibe yalong video never lie. This we are live stream.
Live stream yeah.
You understand? Ni be je nyabale momo manya men ke moli abelon. So who are they fooling? Ikavuko ya asanya man kartofa ya asanya kartofa because ya be kanne wala tene kafa ya man kartofa ya kartofa ile fajide duma tateto attack ile ma found
I saw that
you understand madi kai ko voting member ite kama nyini je nasi so ito kafa ko ya ma vote so
ide kartofa ita attack
ito kafa wolto ko ya man kartofa ya file ya voted the evidences are there ita hands ari bando ko ya voted. But yeah, ikafa ko ya ma vote. Yeah, it will follow vote it all follow. Because it will be juma banyun independent afai. Umar jatu ani ma nyini ga. You don't need to consult.
Yes.
On these matters. Yalo nimmo mo ya fankala muta. Amantara nyi conspiracy jawol kono. We don't need to consult. Don't dia muta Umar yana. Umar nyi nyini meti wokedi. Almame jibala nata. On record. Almame nata kwenye ko. Yulbe meeting wala yakala muta ba. Ngai hani. Outside corridor. Akonya nini mfemfe na rajanta sonna nka ali bambande nka ko diaspora ba fle ba bonleje ni natan kanaso. The same almame turn around 90 degrees to vote with these people.
Almost 360 lekay.
You understand?
90 degrees.
So nibe kala muslimoti. You understand? Iko ikato nyara sabatinde. Ibe kangal noma. Tara onoma. They make a Christian, be a true Christian. If you want to be a Muslim, if you want to be an animist, be a true animist. If you want to be a pagan, be a true pagan. If you want to be an African religion, be a true African religionist. You understand? But game will make a play National Assembly. I doubt whether we are into like Islam or Vanguard doubt le tumando. Because Gambia di will be batari nyami. Purka batabondi will come. Ikana ika manya doke. Because it America cartel fighting now you can do anything. Not better than a more consult, more swokon. Ye body will consult the diaspora, but support this. But the Minasamana, they want to become technical or constitutional experts. Where have they learned to become constitutional expert? Kavumuleko distinguished because they met with somebody who thought that can convince them. Yala in 2020, it had a YMCA, Jana, a retreat called NRP, MPP, the renegade MPs.
What MPPs?
I call them renegades. I call them renegades. So what letter I combine? Because that time they did only 16. If I understand 2020 draft form for me, someone be explain ka according to the majority at that time. The threshold is I think 15 or 16. So you learn more sort of NRP and it was 16 and in malo some independence, my jungle ilata nyoga constitution on your fight. So sign to level of face labi. Sign to level and constitutional atita. And little they have started failing the constitution already. So what are Ibn Chambers lang in dialogue? Taiwan will be carrying. Government found they have spoken, they have decided. Mina
constitutional. Neneh, the role the diaspora plays, they longer for the more way forward. I'm not sponsor private member because this now some of them do one role. Most a private member below sponsor no like Murundi and back.
No. Yeah, member. If IEC failed to implement because court ruling no
Supreme Court saying, what is more superior? The law that is passed by the assembly. These are two arms of government.
The interpretation lies with the Supreme Court. National Assembly, they are not there to interpret. So,
but remember, the National Assembly law pass for president or assent to, that becomes the law of the land, right? So it all a diaspora voting bondi jail. Now, that is the latest because the Supreme Court ruling was some years back, right? 2 years back, I think, right?
Yes.
Now, this new law is the newest because if the president assent to it, it becomes law. Now, that is like in 2025. The ruling of the Supreme Court was some 2 years back. Now, which one stands?
No, the other chapters in the Constitution, which clearly state that every Gambian has right to vote and to be voted
for.
Clause is deleted from the Constitution.
No, it's not deleted.
You understand? So now it will be subjected to Supreme Court interpretation.
So we can go back. They already have a interpretation.
Record. So the matter is not finished now. Coming for them. IEC, if they failed to register the diaspora, they can be sued. IEC will be sued. Now, IEC is forced to act to register diaspora. You understand? Next budget, Ministry of Finance, the diaspora voting in Kelejil. You understand? Now, let them go and look for money. Diaspora must vote.
Then, limo one practically, theory. Why the truth of the matter is implementation. It lies with the executive. Ñom ñoo wara indi xaalis bi. Ñom ñoo wara jox resources to the IEC. Ñom ñoo wara jox IEC directives. Ñun ñëpp xam nañ ne pour ñu def ko. Su executive bi bugut, su political will bi nekku fa. IEC duñ ko def. Right? And gis nañ fi lu dee xew court rulings dafay am ñu violate ko. Ñun ñëpp gis nañ ko. So are you optimistic ne comme li mo explain ni? I mean, that is the truth though. So the Supreme Court ruling bi mu ngi fa. But the constitution bobu lolu deleting constitution as long as the 1997 constitution dafa wax ne every Gambian regardless fo nek ak ko mu nek war nga sani ñom rule nañ ne diaspora war nañu mëna vote légui ndax fokk nga ne nit su sué IEC dañ def pour a diaspora bi ñu register leen ñu vote.
Okay, that question I'm dina ko answer directly. Su nga leen suyu lo leen dama believe ne if they are not directed pour def ko duñ ko def parce que ñoom tamit dañ leen abal but fuñ leen ne xool leen fa la ñëw piito so duñ ko def loolu moom they have proven themselves time to have number.
Jago de all of
mu tango e ko e fu mu bara masura kan we ba no mo e fu nyal
Okay.
anu ni mo e fu nyal na nyate bu
na ko dami
fo di bo mo
Exactly, Lola. So te ñom proof nañ seen bopp time to time number ne that's who they are. Why Soko said lotamit again stand to be corrected. We can consult the legal minded people. Man dama feel ne sa Dawda warutona in the Watlini as a fresh thing because already there is a ruling of the Supreme Court. Manama believe ne Supreme Court be supersedes even the Parliament because Parliaments can pass a law and it can be taken to the Supreme Court
for interpretation.
For interpretation to be effected, to be effected or not. So if they pass a law and then somebody challenges it at the Supreme Court, whatever the Supreme Court says should stand. And loolu lañ wara dugal ci biir law bi.
No, and in fact, ne ara ma wa tuti ci loolu. Ben tay rombut Fatou. You remember during 5th legislature, dafa amon loi buñ passé fofu. Gambia participated yobu Parliament to court. And it was struck out. So be tamit.
That's true.
Action will be taken on this provision because Supreme Court ruling move. So it will not work. It will be replaced back to the bill.
Exactly.
It will be replaced back.
So that could happen.
We are going to take them to court.
Hold on.
We are going to take them. We have few names who are ready right now. We are going to file a case because we cannot just see things happening in this country like this. So Parliament must be active to start taking these people to court so that they control their behaviors.
Lolo munna hewsa. You can go to court and man, I am confident ne solende me court you will prevail.
Supreme Court mom dindelu back.
Wow, exactly. I believe ne you will prevail because it's clear, black and white.
But it's implementation.
The implementation. But now also that we can handle that. That is, if at all ne ñun the citizenry we are willing, parrain. We need to recognize the power is in us. Diaspora bi, numa ko waxe ay isi dañ leen abal bot. Diaspora bi naka lañ ko xatee ñoo yore suñ bot ñun fii underground. At the end of the day, measures have to be put in place. ñu taxaw tànka yu dëgër, it's either ngeen def luñ buga or ñu yëngal dëkk bi.
Yes, ñun tamit
loolu rek moo ci mën a ne nga. And when I say yëngal dëkk bi,
ñu ayé ñu suñ dund.
waaw.
Boobu dina métti di.
No, Neneh.
Because privilege si ñoo am fii nii remittance si ñoo seen understand nga investment si ñoo def fii nii support si ñoo def fii ñu téye ko.
No, Neneh.
ñu def loolu ñoo ñu.
Wow, Neneh. No, I'm in agreement with you. Like how you cannot leave your mother to suffer without selling him her food.
Take your mother to where you are.
No. Let me say this. But like the support that they are giving to government institutions, let them stop it. For a while.
Because recently, do you know that?
Me, I'm a fan to protest.
No, but recently,
of course.
I'm going to, the central bank governor, the Minister of Finance, and officials of the Ministry of Finance and Central Bank were in America. They were promoting this diaspora investment project. They want to build a road from Mandina Ring. And they don't want government to spend a dime on it. They want only Gambian diaspora. They want to leverage the diaspora resources.
So I've got news for you. That ain't going to happen
so
again.
If this is something that you want diasporas to put in millions and millions of dollars to build that road, and it's a very good initiative because what happens is, if you invest in that road, the equity, you share it in years. So it's like a stock market kind of stuff thing that you get, investment, you invest in and you get dividend. People that will use, it's going to be like a toll route. People who are going to use that, if you're going to go quickly, Badibou, you use that road, Mandinaring to Badibou, and you pay toll. You don't have to cross the river. So that kind of investment is a lot of money. And they don't want other donor partners to put in money. They want only the diaspora. The minister, the central bank governor, officials from central bank and finance, they were in America for almost a week. They went to New York, Washington, D.C.,
I know.
Seattle. They went to all the states, Atlanta, Georgia, everywhere to have meeting with the Gambian diaspora.
And they use taxpayers' money to go there for this.
Of course.
Yes, of course. To go and meet the diaspora. Now, and I know they will come here and tell you that they are using politics. Which political party doesn't have a diaspora chapter here? We all have diaspora chapter. But I don't know how will Sundu Ture and others, Sundu Ture, the guy from GT, I don't know how will they feel about them, about this. Their own members denying them.
In fact, GT was very vocal. No,
advocate.
GT was vocal.
I
In
saw
fact,
GT.
Kabriko diaspora manya na kila minister or MP.
Yes.
I follow ako itolu they engage Dauda Jallow. Ako Dauda nata New Canada they engage him. Ko
Dauda ko diaspora be voting.
diaspora be voting kila diaspora be tarla you know.
Fado yende Dauda sambandi la janne ntol sindi ni Dauda sija. Tumando aske no abuka majana fa be malet la janna kumo nyoyo.
Abuka majana.
Invite Dauda na jam. Because Dauda be nyame Dauda was a perfect gentleman, my brother, my sister.
I used to love Dauda.
Dauda was somebody who was hard for this country.
I like Dauda, yeah.
What went wrong? Dauda should be, my friend, if Dauda is out of job, he can still survive.
He's a good guy.
Do you understand? Dauda should have resigned. You know why Batam didn't resign? One of the reasons was because they were trying to conspire against the draft constitution and some of the reforms. But we knew. Do you understand? All the reforms failed in this country. CRC failed, TRRC failed, the Femantano. So, by it, legacy.
Dauda.
In those days.
Okay, ha.
You understand? Dauda ta fente auto. Dauda man fente introduce. I more reform introduce. Even the reparation, you know, the victims, inside victims all could be man did. Molbe jibe fak. Binka Dauda metara kaburo to. Ako ba di le family le.
Ay wele
Dauda kaburo to te family say.
Ako ba di le family.
Ha. You understand? So come for all Gambia we lose track. So Dauda ñul milliard long santo dinol muti bataji ita to struggle kono sama se kino ñim banko president fonti muna na be fa wafila for what they go to understand tell the people the reality. Look, MP, from my legal point of view, support this, maintain it. If they vote against it, you'll be on record. You cannot force them. Huh?
But how about if your position and privileges are threatened? What are you going to do?
You understand? But you should think before getting that position. Where are you? You are surviving. Do you understand? If I'm out of parliament today, I will survive as normal life. What do you want to do? Life enjoy la bita do ko bita teaching na bita karam mo na dinol ma ko ne karandi. So let us all know that every position that you hold, there will be a time you
is
leave.
Is there a possibility ko fananko because of politically diaspora support? Because ngaminge tonya because ngade because yalon diaspora fanan tonya because president baro support back you know ikato lesiata je so ne jatol fanan ba push kanko diaspora voting ikato lesiata je
yalam ni mu nyambe tabere wonti yalon sai ni diaspora ni tol lesiata je esa fal fanan mo so diaspora fo esa fal mam mo so be fanan na la mo be diaspora doy fana yasto jel doy diaspora chapter so fo ma halifa sala halifa me rasidi na man ta tola barka bara diaspora na man ta tola
I'm also diaspora, yeah.
So men kumata wala mu yindiko they can be part of any group bi diaka kele sama ku yakake dole UDP bi sama it's not blood all but men kumata le nyanto la mu yinti. These are their fundamental rights.
Beyond political affiliation.
It's
really, we need to look at the big picture. No. Politics la mom. Why do you want beyond politics?
Okay.
This is an accent left. It's a constitutional right. Honestly, guaranteed by the constitution. So can because of politics, amut sign pour nangu ko sen loxo. Dañ len ko wara jox. Suñ ko amé ba paré yow amal sa agenda ak sa policies nga ñew jaay len ko. Pour ñu mun la support. That's what they need to do. But because of you, in your myopic view, feel nga ne supportuñ la, so nga ne okay, because of man tam am naa fu ma la ma ñakoñe dama nangu right boobu ba nga xam ne okay doo ma votal de waaye dina make sure ne doo votal keneen because that is what is happening. They're using politics, but it should go beyond politics.
Do you know diaspora not only Kafuko remittances men Kina? How many projects they lobby to come here?
Yeah.
As I'm speaking to you, I know of constituencies, well, they are directly funded by partners through diaspora mobilization. Do you understand?
So there's this women garden we used to cover in Sabah.
Yes.
Is the diaspora layer lobby
Mama Samate women vegetable garden.
Yes, Sabah
Mama
also
Samata is in
I
Spain,
think
mobilize women,
how do
they
you
put
call
their
it?
money.
Nakalayan
You do understand? So
Famaji in Sabah.
So you deny those people their fundamental rights to vote.
Yeah.
You
So
guys just
government
mentioned few maybe in women and agriculture,
yeah.
the healthcare sector.
Healthcare
Yes.
sector.
Healthcare sector. How many
Bagas
containers do they bring?
containers,
You
bagas.
understand? When it comes to your government, be moving for def. Nyom nyoko lobby.
Yeah.
You know, then you contribute, do all this. The
Diaspora Club. Yeah.
Exactly.
The
You
Diaspora
know,
of-
and many others. They brought a lot of help.
Birkama Diaspora Association, Birkama Health Center, luñ fa dee wàccee si garab.
Exactly. So
So,
they
You want
complement.
to kill uncle phone. So
Yeah.
you want to kill uncle la kafoli man sukurol jaje.
Sukurol. Man dama gis dëkk yoo xam ne ni diaspora de su weeri koor jotee I have this friend ñoom seen góor dañ dee dajaloo ñu put xaalis together ñuy jënd ay 100 bags of sugar di ko jox people in the community.
Solar lights.
loolu soo lay def ko si dëkk yi ndox boo xool si.
No, so génnee bohol yi nga xam ne diaspora bi ko def.
ñu lee kuuke.
You know, electrification yi solar yi ñooñu soo ko génnee kon dëkk bi dina leen dem turus fii kon mar dinañu rey nit ñi dinañ commencé di daanu di dee.
They have committed murder. The crime is
waaye gis nga wax bi du toog rek di wax rek.
No, we should take action.
doole bi man dama fi ne doole bi mu ngi si diaspora bi. gis nga naka ndox fi mu daan taa saa yoo fa demee fekk fa teppa lañ defoon before 2016 def ko 2016 ba tax change bi am ba ñi fi nekk am doole di puukaru di dóor seen dena mën nañoo delluwaat foofu noonu. doole baa ngi fa fañ duggoon ñu dugga fa ñeñ waxaloon ñu wax a ñoom parce que yooyu fa ba tey the connection is there. Let's go back to tell them how this administration is so willing, you understand, and standing firm to disenfranchise the diaspora just because of political, reasons. Let's go back and do that. And it doesn't have to wait. It has to be now.
And
that's what we need to do.
Fatou, worst of all, to stand on political platforms, to be caricaturing them. Do you understand? They have been doing that. Oman kanya ko nge na luwa fananta ko nge ke bondi. Ite ye fanke ko ta tamu jatti. And you don't own here. If the diaspora has a valid ID card, birth certificate, or passport, they should be registered.
And I think,
they should be registered.
We don't even, sometimes if you look at it, we don't even have to go to the Constitution to amend.
Yes.
If I am from Mandinaring or I am from Lamen, and I live in the diaspora, as long as I have a birth certificate or voter card, register me in Lamen.
Yes. As simple as that.
Simple as that. You don't have to go and amend anything.
Some of them, Jagan Gray Johnson, they brought a position paper.
Yeah.
That spelled out how they're going to do it cost-free to this administration.
Yeah.
So if they had the willpower, why aren't they using that?
No, yala Fatou.
Why?
It's a mini nyanya membeje olumu intiko. These people want to promote what? Dictatorship in our country. They want to promote self-perpetuation. Odamale.
Well, wishful thinking.
You understand? But it's not time for us to be fighting with the diaspora. It's not time for that.
No.
Do you understand? It's
there is no time for us to fight with them. We should never fight with them.
It's time for us to regulate. And we said we are on a transition. Anti-corruption bill over in Dili ala essence ya be boni.
Water down.
Yeah, water down. So nyum fana nata ko tangi. Left our water down. So sai indiro kan nyati limin tol to ko tangi as a country. Nyintam fa nyinen kalal.
And the other thing also, even for on the voter registration. The voter registration. What was the position of the committee? Was it to have a fresh voter registration or to maintain this one?
Okay, so that we have a new registration.
Yes.
It will no, the old one will be maintained. Bala defending, and then some of them. Because Ba was my darling. He was a man who believes in whatever he
I think
does.
not only your darling. Yeah. In these trying times, you miss Ba.
Yes.
You wish Ba was here.
No,
Ba is running for ICC judge. We wish him all the best.
Yes.
Congratulations for the nomination.
Yeah. He deserves it. He deserves it.
We will talk about that.
Yeah. If these people are committed, 2021, Kuriya men attestation on registration, full on melkete banko kanja. Imalef wolebo. Ila interest, will be interest la protect kandi. Ni mala tu bakante albuka parliament jibi nga fo du man. Mune ba le je. Mune ba le je. Mune ba le parliament so nye fali. No, what if by election? Juma ka do by election. But say ni law passed. I see the responsibility le ka je ko we constitute. And Gambia government, the taxpayers, the money, the map, do you registration?
Yeah.
Donors coming.
Donor partners.
Do you understand? New like Gambia be transitional. Gambia left rolling in sanitized land. We want to, in fact, we want to be measured beyond expectation. So every government, every leader should cherish that. Muna is scared of change. So say muna need to left muna kukotol dam mai tuji ha jambele consigue jambele luar. So barofana ina barofana talu. Barofana FM ke jo ofana bo defend. So even if it is bad.
Neneh beneen thing boo xam ne tam lii nañ ko mooy di voter registration bi comme nañ ko waxee ñu bari dañ gëm ne dëgga am na ñoo xam ne ñu si suñu voter registration bi duñ Gambia man gëm naa ko yow gëm nga ko keneen gëm na ko
dëgga
so I don't know to what level la but xam naa ne su dee benn ñaar la mu ngi fa so proposal was pour ñu am a fresh voter registration for 2026 election why ñoom dañ vote against loolu ñu ne ñu maintain this 2021 registration.
Again, ni ko kii waxee rek am na lu leen fa nekkal ba pare am sure ne toog nañ ñu xalaat ñu xool suñu waree def a fresh one. What becomes of already liñ foog ne loolu lañ am. Now su ne def nañ fresh one naka lañ ko doon waxatee ku mbota rey sama boo gisee lu ñuul daw. Liñ opposition be don't joy because Essa Faal Mama Kandeh Darboe unanimously ñëwoon nañ pour reject the election because of some kind of flaws and fraudulent thing and activists and things like that. So obviously ñooñu noonu tamit su dee ne dañ déggu ci liñ doon def noonu xam nga dinañ taxawaat ne ok dinañ def measures pour gis ne ñañ register woon te waru ñoo bokka duñ register waat xam nga dinañ def loolu noonu because man saa yu nekk dama ko dee wax UDP may leen man suma problem mooy UDP mooy ne with all the evidences that you guys had you sat until after elections ngeen soog a bugg a indi loolu noonu man I believe ne the evidence is overwhelming su nekkoon ne during the revising court balaa election bi nekkoon nañ noise honestly suñ going through sax a lot of them would have been off
they would have challenged sax exactly why they missed the revising court deadline
exactly so da ngaa gis ne loolu noonu tamit indil nañu naka lañ ko man ni ko kaa fo ni toro yéen ni toro leen
I need to run
naati exactly because that should have been challenged so now exactly ni toro ni nuclear so na nga gis ne loolu because succeed duñ already ñu ngi danka seen hair they have if the opportunity avails itself again those things are gonna go off because you already have the evidences they're gonna go off so obviously ñoom duñ bëgg loolu because especially su leen óoree ne ñii li ñoo jooy li ñu wax evidences yuñ amee is valid. You take it anyway, they will look at it and listen to it. So obviously, duñ ko nangu. Why? Okay, so nekkee ne sa bëgguñ evidences yooyu noonu mu génn because favor would lend, right? It's in their favor and they don't want it out. And only loolu rek taxut ne diaspora duñ leen register. Now, ku amee sa card amal sa card, all we do is supplement when it comes to here. But diaspora bi ñu register leen. You know, a registration can be done purposely for the diaspora. You know, still now you have that, keep it. Because you're fighting so hard, you don't want to get rid of that because it serves you. But that's not an excuse to say, bring the fight all over again, and that's the reason we cannot register the diaspora. Keep whatever you have. Or whatever, do supplementary because they're already in the system. But the diaspora organize a fresh registration for them so that new worker by 2026 understand the guy vote.
Foog ne logistique tam mooy problème bi.
No. Fatou. Contactal Jagan Gray Johnson ñoo ko Samba Jaw and see the position paper, the concept paper they've done in regards to diaspora voting. Di nga xam ne ñii dara téyewu leen lu mooy bon, soxor, greedy moo leen téye.
Fatou akabe fo dem bi ni diaspora ñi nenka bi. Ani ko diaspora fo ko do jo.
Isake.
Pour ñu registrer.
Mane la ñii they told them this is going to be zero cost on you guys.
Ikanyete man gagné bari la ñan tole mu. Yalong carte on de
fana Gambia sax moo gën a is one of the only countries ñoo xam ne duñ dee diaspora Guinée-Bissau muy Guinée-Bissau
Ngo Gambia
ñoo xam ne ñun ñoo leen ëpp sax
ngo atijan
ñu ngi def Guinée-Bissau
West Africa kono jumal
MC loolu man ko MC lu nga choose Guinée-Bissau yow tamit na ñu tamit na yow tam
ya be Guinée-Bissau
waaw because
at least nit la cool
waaw ñun ñoo xaw a ndaw ak ñoom waaye Sénégal moom nañ ko jéggi ñooñu dañ dee am sa représentative Cape Verde dëkk yëpp dañ dee am dañ dee mën a saani
yere representation même fanam vote nti amé dafa bi fonto la focus ñente kere munati
ha
nimbota ñen doto we make sure that diaspora are represented in our parliament.
But how can they be represented when they are not legally bonded to be parliamentarians?
Exactly.
So Senegal.
This is only in Gambia you can tell people Senegal. People that have the other citizenship, the only thing they cannot do is presidency. But they are ministers. They can be ministers.
Yes.
They can be MPs.
Yes.
But the only thing they cannot be with is president. And I do understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But being a minister, our country, we are depriving our people, our governments, our institutions of resources.
It's all because
the Gambians, you know, have diaspora, the kind
talent,
of wealth, and knowledge and experience, if they are allowed to come and pour this in this country, we will have some changes in our systems.
They are
but
jealous.
They cannot be MPs, they cannot be ministers.
And they are paranoid.
They cannot also
They
vote.
are paranoid with diaspora. Because that's it. Because why?
But according to me, diaspora labor ala takola. Diaspora labor la campaign bankro. But why baroko? But no, me example o min dire la wolon.
Diaspora fa na pare sa.
Ni tu le da ibafa. Ni etu nyadi. Ne fe wule je besila. Because baro e diaspora la symbolon. Ayalne diaspora e role min play. Pour I take a president. Nice. Was already without voting.
Yeah.
Imagine you voting later. I mean, if I'm him, maybe akajibe hakaja. Okay,
baro.
That I can tell.
Because below ni mampas. Please, diamula sidinjai. Anyele deputy we rescind the decision. We can pass a motion. Na rescind. Janinka for the final voting because final voting mangi. Omute formality anin Gambia because ni make a gift. Mantare dani kande kafoko ye diaspora sonyina no. But lafta mo nelol mu indiko constitution me ye kalala ya tamandi. Anin tonyala anin tilim. Give the devil its due. More time maintained. Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. President Adama Barrow, we have a nation to build. You understand? Because nobody in Yimfonya the Kerala legacy. You can't even be for the Naketila Wattle. If I follow Barrow Wattle, that is what I voting. Barrow Muna Nagamal legacy for Anna. It's a regular Todia medicated code in the world. And you need to liberate La Palazzo to be something. And Barrow legacy Multa. Yes, it left a legacy that is for a cartel for whatever deputy will command DP. Call them. Afoeko Antu Leginet. Barrow, it is for the Diamo Leco. It of the constitutional. It of the diaspora in Colin. Say it la molbe in Manya. Say Kamantan di Dunia, Ibun Chambas member of Kumi, Kamantan Darolo Mintico. We are not ready for any serious business in this country.
Remind me again, the 2020 diaspora voting is there. The 2024, what do they have there in regards to diaspora voting?
I didn't check it.
Okay. I'm not sure.
But I'm not sure diaspora is there.
But it's removed. No, but you know, it doesn't have to
no, 24 doesn't have a diaspora
vote. But no, what the 24 has is that every Gambian, just like 2020, that can vote and to, you know,
yes,
yeah.
be voted
so
for.
It should be aligned with this electoral law.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
But, you know, they can vote. But, you know, it's the electoral law that the IEC...
The act.
The act is empowered by the Constitution. The Constitution will say, you know, everybody, Gambian or, you know, wherever you are should
so
vote.
The act is there to shape the direction.
Yeah.
You understand? The modalities involved. How are you going to do it?
Yeah. And that's why I feel like Dauda, that statement, I mean, Foko, Yalong, even if vote, you know, I feel like, yeah, exactly. Muge jël liggéey boo xam ne moomu ko.
No.
Muge dugal gémmiñam si loo xam ne du affaire.
That's IEC.
You know, the parliament just make the law.
Yes.
We implement, they will get into the modalities of how to implement.
And they have been consulted.
And whatever the challenges may be, whatever the modalities may be, that is their business. Not the minister and not the parliament.
You are needed in the house.
That's why we
Yeah.
wanted.
It looks like you have done your bar.
We wanted to send her. That's why we wanted to. But and then obviously the National Assembly has been consulted. You know, the IEC have been consulted.
And IEC's position is for Diaspora to vote. So
that's clear. This. That is the IEC position. That is civil society position. That is the committee's position.
Yes.
But even the opposition,
the position because the position defend no.
No.
I'm not defend. No, the form to extend ko inforce kenon. Yin dole ka mel fo fo na dida. Afo ya fol. Ako you either ita yewol dida, ina endida, oye endida, ina end. So at yalon after ko na ton ko tenga ko but even na do fo bekala IEC la pour ka implement it will be difficult. So ikalom ko he's not ready for it. They had a meeting. Alal Fandan.
You could have a meeting before.
They had a meeting.
But
near Flan no way. Samankara Mankon. I'm with Flakebal. You know, if I remember for time, you remember carrying the Ninda Sita. In Inda, but foreign president for Sita Fana, Nijika could president for Bafala because Flan no Lemania Menki. So Flakeba may inform you COVID.
So yalo nyimu sandole timi yalo konka mwende
tribalism.
But ni yafo nyamente ni mule ya mwesa miracle tribal comments. So I want you to just put it out there because what he lila was what he saw sela.
But
you know how
mbita kantarola. Flan new ko mbita kantarola sama. Wala munyintiko in sense. It means whatever the children does, they learn from the elders.
So lola mo jema wana is no hale bi wax rek ci mag bi la ko dege but for the general people watching as people
yalla na ko because to mari ka on ko fula ku jema
yeah
yalla ko fenne fo jang fanan kabiri ya foko altol ma kala mutan ko nyinol be mitinola almami jibe natale ya foyeko fo altol ya kala mutaye ko nyinol be mitinola yena san and then so by that you will think he is not in line with what they are doing.
Exactly. I found you support fem na minana. Almami found da. Aba for Umar Jambe beji, Lamin Sise beji. Lamin Sise was there.
So at the from Banata.
At the phone that you convince one to vote.
Exactly. Ama vote fa pare mol mi bota phone elafta vote la aya foyko. Bari yalo ngala press statement jele. Ala statement jele.
Guilty statement.
Yes,
but ate anin wonam sabol ning na mi ya declare ko alafta kila president no amang woto
no ako the reason why mo okay listo because he sent me this statement around 11:40 something ako Bakari came and left so Bakari did not
tell them
why he was voting so he did not vote. So that's why in a statement that they might include. But obviously, most of the time they will vote along with him. But he didn't.
No. But Kabirin Kenya is ninketa. It's a Bakar la kumu for Kabirin Bakar declared to be a presidential candidate. At the fin at a Bakar attack. So signed Bakar number voting ki signed.
Amata itola position.
Yeah, I will ananga for Bakar tafoji. At the matalef Bakar tato phone.
Because
Bakar did not vote. Bakar did not come to parliament.
No, Bakar came to parliament but voted matter.
He came to parliament because I have the attendance. When I saw the attendance, Bakar's name was there. But when I asked for that, he did not vote.
Bakar presidential candidate. Okay, busy na sikio no fana.
Bakar is a presidential candidate.
See to fana.
But say, honorable, 2020 draft ni March labina assembly to lunjuma 20 something long, right? When is it supposed to come?
For 27, but ofana dal kamuta ofana falinta.
What do you mean?
But they will inform the public.
What do you mean falinta?
Ministry of Justice ko mampare consultation because imalefi nyena I feel.
No, but this was supposed to come in February or month of January. December, actually December. La nyanta kelano. Nimbilo pus telefo munekita. So March le nyino second reading. So ika follow ko this 27.
Second reading default telephone because binna meeting also like ABC and ABC sai na ramona follow mo indiko.
Assembly of the
Assembly Business
Committee, yeah.
So Electoral someone konye skip. But why?
Ali ninkale why?
It will aim for office of the clerk maintain you go consultation on mamba. But nko maintain the level mundu ala kama consult ko tag. Gambians have made their position. Political party is positional kene. Ire positional kene. Sa atuli hope so to mintul to ko tag. Andu deputy will be deputy bongo albiko kacha natol ko political party. Deputy bongo te jemi ala isafu no be of very caucusla on this constitution. Mbika kiji.
But he can invite to consultation sort of.
Yeah, consultation only work kele edi ibun chambas consultation. But the hope Gambian people majority man left constitutional.
In 2024.
2024. Gambian left the constitutional, but man left baro draft la or Dauda Jallo draft. Some people call it Dauda Jallo draft or Baro draft. Gambian people don't want it. You understand? So adu kachal ketale purkamol convince kajeko. We can allow it to come. Name for that na jibe. Yemel bondije name bondije mol kohani. Because I personally will be mbulnu. But I did a consultation with my people because you know alafai. Nko ko député o loi jani ka fay ka do kundil. Do you understand? So you can to succeed knowledge. But kunu manyamin ke the parliament we attend nalako. Even if you want to make a serious change, fundamental change in the constitution, you will not be able to do it. If MPs can stand up against the diaspora voted, what if I want to put the term limit and say the term limit, because the term limit is vague as it is in the draft now, Baro draft. Though 50 plus 1 is clear.
Yeah.
You understand? But the integrity, like if I want to bring back the integrity clause. Which has
or
been
even
taken out.
vetting of the IGP's office.
You know, or giving the National Assembly the power to vet people on appointment. Yeah. To succeed, to gang up against this. You understand? So, chance stage.
I told you, I could not friend for you.
No, not friend. He's a technician. I like him for one time. Because he's a political technician. Yes. You know, he's the majority leader, he's the party whip, he's the speaker. Because I like Alamol Kuman, Cardinal, Anaki, Anadu, Togal, Bull them fen, you know, vote. No, but saying is, but listen,
you don't interview Maimuna Sise. That day they were supposed to a very serious voting. See, they never had telephone Maimuna Sise. They were a vote. So for delay house,
fine. See the interest. See the problem of Mendi side. Not a can you make is good in the interest of the country. But akakele in the interest of one man, that's Adam Barrow. That's what I
was going to say. That's his party leader. That is their political party interest.
But he needs to build a relationship with Diaspora. Siri offended everybody here during the impasse. But we believe that those mistakes, because one day he stood in Parliament, he told Farmata Jawara raised something. He said, if perpetrators and the victims today are in the same man, regretting of their actions, what else can we do? See, he uttered this thing on the floor of the Parliament, whether he means it or not. But what I'm saying is, it's time for healing. It's time for reconciliation. So, man, in a court, like a baramoka. Sitting in the Kalal court, this is Diaspora. This is an important element in our politics and in our society. Let me support this.
But if they believe that politically the Diaspora will not vote for them, it is not into their political interest to let them vote. But so that's what he's defending.
No, they cannot conclude that the whole Diaspora are not going to vote. They have their own chapter there. They have their own executive. You know, the ambassador of the Diaspora, the Congress, you focus on my monetary court. Mol be bulu jele ko naro nyima kinteñol be mula mollel jiteñol be mula mollel fabu sana ñol fol be manda Diaspora ol be wold so sa nitina yeenke o dete mol fanan consider wala fo ñu de protest la more than us so on même fo wala mu ñinte it's not about politics, not a political it's fanan they are also going to face the constitution.
So now the 2020 draft, you are telling us go at a table learning March 27.
At a table because you come here a consultational back. But I need to sell to legitimate. Gambian la position unless and until one thing could be done. Barrow to withdraw the bill back. Minister, as I below in body deputy bongo, and they go and put all those things in Melbondi.
Okay.
Because Mel Fanankafoko 2020 draft nana. Okay. Anyway, executive let's below introduced now. But I know for one thing, 2020 draft is done and dusted. Parliamentary decision okay wala.
But it's already introduced now.
Okay, so the introduction on you remember executive less okay no. Long
Yeah.
it was CRC Act.
Yeah.
That act has a period.
Yeah, but the document you
the document you know kukuta safedi. Your document letter ya bastardized.
Yeah, edit, yeah.
Yeah, butcher.
Ya butchered. So you butchered form ni. Isa murundi ni general.
Yeah,
so katuma the fundamentals.
Yeah.
The fundamentals.
Yeah.
Because what I'm 1997 constitution, I have no test for it. To me, it's equivalent to a toilet paper. I'm sorry to say it.
But it's
because Supreme Booklet, but Amantan Safkan. Amantan Safkan be all these problems in this country be in Fenkolet. And Almamenyol will defend Kang. Almamenyolu, sometimes Nika similar interest of like throwing it out. They will be the first to raise the attack to throw this in out. You know why? 40 Almamenyol do for because I believe they are jembel. Because I tell you, I jembel talamot. I okay, I jembel baby let. Amantara fight and because 2020 did not go the right 2024 did not go through the right process. No, about fight can come because at the left in 1997 constitutional. So we are at a crisis as a nation. What Barrow could have done, Barrow could have saved us. Yeah, for them. Barrow yenta below withdrawal. I have okay, I'm introducing, but now I'm in Menol Bondiji. Mbol Murundila. The fundamentals that makes a country a country. That makes a constitution a constitution. I will to G. Then to the parliament. I am a debate, and I'm a left man. Bagay in second year.
Suppose it's only majority.
So I'm going to say
man how was hang on man
so but same thing constitutional fatal I'm a left constitutional no
hang on man magom ni buguñ constitution and I've said this several times and I keep saying gis nga Barrow su buggee constitution Gambia am constitution bu es 2020 la moo jël rek gasetaat ko as a new document yóbbu ko parliament soo ko yóbbee parliament UDP even though ak lu leen mun a dal duñ am legitimacy duñ ñeme sax ñu wax dara dañoo dem suñ demee assembly committee stage NPP yéena fa ëppa li ngeen bugga mooy nekk foofu because yéena am majority comme li ngeen nekk di def nii rek yéena ëppa si committee stage loo leen edit mooy nekk final document bi te UDP duñ ñeme ñu vote ko out because Gambia nii dañ jël 2020 bi ñu moomale ko seen bopp so UDP politically they will be committing a political suicide to vote against the 2020 now you as the government li ngeen bugga yëpp sa député yi defal nañ la ko fa lan moo jar ngay dem indi consultant di def yeneen loo xam ne jaru ko fa the same document di fay xaalis indi lii rek nga jox ko député yi yow nga mandur si rek wax leen waxal Sidi Ndiaye lii laa bugga gars yi defal la ko fa su boobaa dañ am constitution waaye xam na ne su defee 2944 bi UDP dañoo naan dot sax duñ ko bi ko dégg na ko man dama def show ak Daabo 100 times mu ne dot sax ko fa génne duma ko génne
so the position so
you already know
you know their mindset
they've already given me an easy right
yeah so yow soo bëggoon loolu 2020 bi laay indi yow nag ma jox la UDP nga jox problème bi yëpp ñoom they will accept whether you like it or not they will vote for it Gambia na am constitution.
Because if they don't, they'll be contradicting themselves.
Yeah.
You understand? And I'm sure they don't want that.
Yeah.
They don't want to be seen from speaking from both sides of their mouth.
That will
you know, because imagine 2020 they cannot come back and turn against the same thing book that they wanted to support or voted for.
So you support constitution, but then in the 2020.
So Fatou, what you said, that completes everything. Barrow doesn't have the political will for the constitution. It's because of the pressure from outside that compelled them to do this alteration. And when party leader cautioned them to say even a dot is removed, to me that was a cautionary statement for you to give people what they want. Do you understand? And as an opposition, you know, you are right, you have all right to caution, to make statements. Do you understand? So, kabirin Barrow yo jodo ako, saya na kanadula sir. Mbanda be mutana be ostracized. Ka be bastardized, ka murundi ka neto na support lesa jasi fit. You see the deal? So say opposition only a point plus of an entire. Ko ane na mat. Say it at a yama. Say I left na way fit. Say membiji ibun chambas nyanta memfula withdraw from the parliament. Let it be withdrawn. Mel botaji I am murundi. Say ni members all for we negotiate.
Do you think
at the committee
the movement because soon they will negotiate? Muna because Daabo and Barrow meet nañ they had a conversation and they kuneka was very frank to each other. Man 24 la bugo no, ñun dal ñu ngi 2020. So they did not even discuss.
But it cannot be no time always. If that is the case, yeah, someone na ay bumul agenda to mo.
No, but maybe after that consultation, the president talk na mu hol ne na li du dem bala ñu waste time hara ñu set na dañ ko withdraw na ñu li so give them some time.
But xam nga bobu tamit
possibly that's the reason for this delay.
No, but bobu tamit has implication because foog mu regazetted. So like they are going to make any amendment.
Yeah,
and prepare bobu dafa jël 3 months 10 days.
That's it, 3 months.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So and we are getting into election year and there should be a referendum. So ñu am referendum ñu ne ñu ngi dem ci election year.
Te bu nekk time span
for IEC.
I doubt we will have a constitution for 2026.
So Gambia, we are at a crisis. We are going with the Ajambe's constitution. So they are succeeding.
In the midst of a crisis.
So and now Barrow is going to appoint IEC. At least chairperson appoint.
The new one coming.
So Faber neutral, Faber impartial.
Yeah, Malo.
You understand? So say Intolu.
It's like for father. So you have expectations.
So say Intolu bitami.
Saho.
Gambia
you have expectations.
In 1997 constitution, nimmo wala ftakal dictator to sama ni nyaku do bekal dictator.
Yalong, Saho. In the midst of crisis, the rules of the game needs to change.
Why so Neneh so say tam 2020 bi ak 2097 bi ak 24 bi ñaata changes la fa baye hel man. No, 50 plus. Very would de. No, me 97 la in 24.
24 siakal.
Maybe na
changes maybe
difference all mimbela amansiade. So go ahead.
It's not. What I'm trying to emphasize here, let's not just give in and say it's not possible. In the midst of a crisis, how you play the rules of the game will not be the same as a normal circumstance.
Yes.
Now,
so what do you think?
No, so this is what I'm saying. I am not an expert. You guys are in the parliament. You guys know what the timeline.
Neither we are experts, but what is your
opinion? What the timeline says. Like you said, we're in what? March, right?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever they're trying to do to gazette it. When you gazette it, it takes 3 months, 10 days. Okay, after 3 months, 10 days, I'm trying to give timeline here. How long will it take after the gazetting, right, for it to be put to a referendum or whatever? I think, honestly, then you want to talk, you put the timeline together. We all know 6 months before election, you know, exactly. So now, election is what? In end of November, December. Wow. So now put the timelines in place. Ask yourself if it's going to fall within and it's not going to violate that law of 6 months before election. Let's put it in there because this is something that everybody wants. You will have the will of everybody. You will have the support of everybody. You will have the buy-in of everybody, right? And it makes it easy. If you're trying to put in something that there will be resistance, then you say it's going to hinder. There will be hindrances when it comes to timelines and, you know, because you'll be faced with obstacles. Why law hamne, let me not say 100%, but majority buganenko. You have their support, their blessing to carry forward. I think you can meet up with the timeline if the political will is not there. No, I think it is possible if the timeline allows it. But lolo line different because you know, okay, do possible, do lead,
no, because you handling as assembly. For example, so you go gazette 3 months, 10 days. You indicate gazette assembly. You treat it with urgency.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm not
it can come on the certificate of urgency.
Urgency?
But this is a constitution.
Yeah.
It's different from.
It has to go to
No, because you have to go clause by clause.
Close by
you
clause.
have to look at.
No, but we have done that already. Honorable.
No, but you have to follow the process.
That's the process.
That is a consultation that has been done. Now the report. Yeah. The report of the committee can be easily adopted.
Yeah.
We can use another means.
Yeah.
That's why I said Barrow could have just like what you said to allow the 2020 draft to come. We give it to the Human Rights and Constitutional Matter Committee to do the consultation with the people.
Yeah.
People, even 2020 draft, people have their
people have issues. Yeah.
No constitution
is perfect. There's so many issues that I have with the 2020 draft.
I remember.
I understand that
myself.
I have so many. But again, we go along with people.
Gambia needs a constitution, and I think what you said, majority wants that.
Yeah.
But now, how the manner? There's a problem, because here, the two important person to this bill is President Adama Barrow and Usenda.
The two big parties.
Yes.
Yeah. If they give it a blessing, it goes.
So
that's the fact.
If Barrow is really willing for compromise, I believe during their dialogue, I wish I'm there. This is what they could have done. Look, Usainu don't want that to be removed out. Okay, you have your members in the parliament. These things should have been withdrawn long time. Just bring the draft as it is, Suleiman Jallo's draft. Introduce it. Now, like what you said, tell members that I don't want this. Let them make their effort. Now that's parliament now. But you remember, they said, no, it's not us, it's MPs who threw it out. So that's why I said, I wish Seni Jawara is here today. Seni will not have the moral authority. Seni Jawara, Abdullah Sisi, Keba Jallo. In that house, they will not have moral authority to talk to me about a constitution.
I spoke to Ablai here. He
Yes.
said,
I told him.
Ablai ko, you know, later
They don't
committee
have the
state.
moral authority.
Mari kaya ko, muna nalman son 2020 ngata committee.
Yes,
Ablai ko later
because-
committee.
Yes. Because committee, Abulai, when I was crying to them, Funke Manini, Nisi Kumaranyon, I'll be in Bulan committee state. President wala nyin tamo nyin na lafta we can negotiate. Nisi mem famu samari because that time believe sa kumba boy ndilan. So ala tamo nyin te ma worry about. Because take on nina boy ndi tam limit go better the constitution. Not a boy ta drong ate boy boy.
Yeah.
So that's not my worry. But the institutional reforms will get it right.
Yeah, that's very important.
The 50 plus 1.
We cannot...
Because the 50 plus 1, ni opposition for long, the 50 plus 1. You know, opposition of
And this is what I tell opposition fana. Yang te fana ngamne for opposition or fana. Ning opposition or fana lafta. Sometimes I look at it, even in 2024, there's so many bad things in the 2024. But the fact that if I am an opposition, man fimo ko hole wala ko 50 plus 1. Yalo ni obije. Nim president o because nga ko we nyaminte. Africa betembo minto. Puruka incumbent win aka koleale. But also because of this economic hardship and ko be carry puru incumbent fane 50 plus soto
is very hard.
Is very hard.
Yeah.
So ibaje lako ning 50 plus the constitution okon. Atol fanang opposition can always regroup and say, you know, we're coming after you.
Yeah,
you know, so Lolu is an opportunity. Now, once you have that, after you are in government, you can go and edit other stuff. You cannot have everything.
And
that is also something they can look at.
What do you say?
You also should, opposition should also compromise certain things.
I think what you said, it makes a lot of sense. But as I said,
Man, if I was an opposition leader, this is going to be my take.
The damage has been done.
Yeah, I think,
Do you understand?
The process is what upsets a lot of people.
You know, we came from that direction. It was, that was my stand, to be honest.
Yeah.
But after thorough consultation with my people here and Diaspora, they all advised me to vote against it. But my take was, and I tried to convince my members at the time when we had a retreat over it, let's give chance to it to go to the committee stage, we propose amendments and expose them to the whole world.
Yeah.
Because one of the reasons to expose them is to go to a committee stage.
Yeah.
Like what happened yesterday. Yesterday, you don't know who and who vote against it. So even chambers and others will know that Comparo is not interested in the constitution. But it alone know anyone at committee stage. That's my take. Another take.
Yeah.
When you go to the committee stage, you can expose them. Because I will propose. You may be able to, I will propose. Speaker, I propose this into be there. Let's vote. Those who want it.
So you know who is voting for this and that.
File of the constitution. I'm a left constitutional father. I cannot take it. I left the constitutional. My name is Detta. Kabringa Adatula Fubi. Umanyanaka. But say he wants to put the opposition also at a funny
position, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if I follow opposition of a man compromise, 10, fine. So what I'm going to we are in a limbo.
Yeah, in a
crisis
level.
Level
Yeah.
So out of every crisis, Neneko solution also settled.
Yeah.
But Neneh I down.
Neneh solution is a constitution.
Neneh they are very slick.
No, come let me explain that. Baro momo ampur ben, right? Because outrightly, I think
but I position of that son.
That's the thing. Ginga analogy.
Baro warna ben, why nyom tam amna luin wara bay.
Lola bugo wani.
Okay.
Lola bugo wani. Because soko hole, I'm just taking you back to 2020.
Yeah.
You know, because the negis ne baro fofu no mo biram was the retroactivity.
Yeah. Fofu taibo hala to ton yene ni sa.
Anything else?
Nyom fofu retroactivity.
And they often you misinterpret like going in diaspora fana misinterpret ñame
Wow,
because parliament has the power to do it.
Retroactivity bi mo nekkoon moom biram fa la téye woon man my former party liñ doon advocate waaw Citizen Alliance
waaw sa boss gis naa sa ñu vaako go sa boss gis naa ñu vaako fa naa ko play fii donc Peter daf ko laaj Peter ne ko yow constitution bi dafa failoon mu boro 2020 mu ne di constitution bi dañ ko sànni woon léegi Peter ne ko why when you blame for Barrow mu ne ko me bring me tape I never blame Barrow for it rek ma gis xale li UDP xam nga ñoom dañ dañ jël 2020 bi ngeen defee seen press conference
waaw kay
bi muy naan President Barrow and his people threw the constitution out gars yi jël bi teg ko ni ma ne Neneh sa boss
non ba ma gisee vidéo maa ngi seen suma booba ngi feeñ ma ne tànk sant yàlla ka ko def gërëm naa la ne feeñ génnew loo ma si danga ma dok waaw maa ngi seen suma booba ngi feeñ so loolu lay try pour wax si fii nii then ñun ñu ngi doon advocate bi ko bi mu tàngee ok ñu ne ok ñun suñ position mooy woon ok you know what lim bugga understand nga mooy ne retroactivity nit ku nekka sa bugga nga xam te sa bugga tey nga nekk di xëy ëllëg li xew xamuloo ko parce que moomuloo sa boppa right ba pare moomuloo nit ñi léegi let's strike a compromise because 50+1 absolute majority loolu yëpp is very very important term limit waaw naka lañ ko waxatee sax let's strike a compromise ñu ne okay you know what we will agree with that retroactivity clause let's put it there ñu jox la li nga bugga comme que loolu rek mooy sa disagreement let's put it to
but we told them
let's put it out there you understand and then what we're going to do is opposition bi yëpp bi nga xam ne ñoom itol be kankiling ite damale ko ñinti ntol be ko wote ke la sign mbe wala dile la ntol be nga ke kankiling right we go out there and canvass and campaign massively against you man I believe if that has happened 2021 Barrow would not have been election would not have been the president because everybody would have been in unison. Yeah, understand. So our issues would have been sorted out by now. But that's what I believe.
But let's go to the committee stage. The second reading. Because second reading, the threshold is only 15 or 16 members.
Yeah.
If they vote against it, you cannot go. Let's go to the committee stage. This retroactive, we can look over it. They will not take the risk. Yeah, because we form the majority.
They don't want to do the risk. So léegi moo tax UDP tam day nekk di wan ne almaame gis nga dama fi indi Madi Cissé ak Ablaye Cissé.
I watched that.
Madi mu ne Ablaye lu tax 2020 nangu la ñu dem committee. loolu li ngeen risk bi ngi gars yi ñu ne no they could not have taken that risk. because ñi ñoo upon time boobu si assembly bi. Madi ne ko nag risk bi ngeen bañoon a jël. ñun tam duñ ko jël.
anda fila fintita kunu Fatou yàlla Madi la kuma kama fila fintita because kunu menketa ji nintara committee stage. Mo be ka ngina fa Diaspora ana ni bent kande ba jam fala
almame wol fa ko malla nyola ako ni ko nga agreement okay ni nga agreement okay jang nin tata floor Sidi Ndiaye ko man decide la bebe falen na la
alo ku kilim fa nambe jeri
but is that nakarin ko hate a testament ne ate Sidi Ndiaye ya kumandi
no
but in right now yalong what interview was weeks ago right aye wofo ko imang nyo trust right
yes imang
now d'accord to fan Sidi Ndiaye mo kumandi side aye kumol foye ni nata floor ye change sai ite kabirin Sidi Ndiaye ñol be mitunona fo ima fo janko almame la foye ko to be mitunola almame ma foko yemingo min nati jang kana songola sai ngola tin ka correction no nyinin ka
fo fa fa na be mitunola
fa fanan aye wo position sotole bare kabirin Sidi Ndiaye pareta janni voting bekala fo Sidi Ndiaye ya call corner side aye kumol falay wala tin ayala position change floto
no Sidi Ndiaye ko almame convince
munakara
almame is my brother almame bula
bare no
fa almame bi ñetti yoon nga ko fi bay almame man bëgguma flip flop
understand man you cannot come here and claim to be this person but your actions does not match with your utterances you know or your words nit man bala ma ne déggu nga sa waxi démb sa waxi tey danga ko war a taaj
so the thing is
otherwise I have a problem with that
the chance for the constitution ube adama bara sainti ani usilu
okay
you understand okay but party the men koto wala mu ñinti ko at least Gambian people only men endorse
2020
you understand through the consultation. Why now? So whatever happened in the parliament, but it doesn't have consent.
Hani atol ba ijibe.
Among care. But it doesn't mean you know, a process, a legitimate body was set up by the CRC.
And there was a process.
And finance was spent on that. A lot of money was spent on that. 116 million. Only 15 or 16 names went through it without. Because to celebrate, because State House can celebrate.
Yeah.
So Reni Adamale or conspiracy yinke. So ngame follow me to sign. Adama should, this is his legacy. It's not about Bausen's legacy. Bausen is not the president. It's Adama's legacy. Adama fana is songwala. The best thing is a constitutional withdraw katabake for 3 months on yimbe a gazette. I nana none of them na vala deputy oliana na delta kulodi le men la proka lobbying. But
let me say this, Saho. You know, I'm not sure if you will be able to answer it. I was consulting in regards to this 2024-2020 and all that. And somebody, Lima Wahmaine, because I was putting to them that, you guys are using this 2024 constitution as a mold to satisfy a group and outside people to say, you know what, the president is willing, we did the work, we brought it, but they threw it.
I agree.
This is what I was arguing. I say you guys are not honest and things like that. But you know what this person told me? It's like you guys don't understand the game. It's like understand the game. Nakalain ko hate, Usenu, mo neka de mislead people because the same 2020 constitution, big Usenu de wax now nenko indi wat in 2020 daf ko again dafa bañoon. You understand? Even when they went to Mauritania, when we went to Nigeria, you understand? We had this, we did this, we did it. Almost at the end of the day, everybody else that was there came to a consensus to compromise, but he was the only one standing alone to say no. So this is what argument. So for Zeno to come back now and say, bring back the 2020, they believe they hide behind, understand, knowing already them na. So this was the argument. We had a bitter argument. If I just crossed my mind, they brought that argument also.
I think I'll also explain something there.
Okay,
let me explain.
But this is them bringing it.
I understand. Here is the argument. Yeah.
They used to say.
But I think
But let me tell you that Abuja meeting came after when
the draft was thrown away. Yeah.
The Abuja meeting was a consultation led by Goodluck. Do you understand? Because we started it
international idea.
We started it here. We couldn't end it up. They feel like, okay, let's take them outside. Because they have been trying all along for Gambia to have a constitution, which is a need. ECOWAS want it, AU want it. In Pan-African Parliament, if you go there and say Gambia is still using 90, they say, are you people crazy? They look at you as sick people.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, we have to be honest. Husseini's position ever since was the constitution that has been, though he has some reservations about even 2020.
Yes.
Because, I remember one of the consultations, I went there with him and some of our guys. He was recommending for this mixed breed. Do you understand? Whereby parliamentarians can become ministers. Do you understand? So, because in the other time, those days, it has been happening.
Yeah.
But some have said, no, it has to be a complete separation of powers. Do you understand? It cannot be like, to have people in the legislature at the same time being various checks and balances. So he has some reservations. But, that doesn't mean that he doesn't want the draft to come to National Assembly. Do you understand? But this 2024 draft has been altered 100 and something times, the alterations that they made. And the fundamentals, for me, I don't care about, like what Fatou said, certain amendments.
Yeah.
When we come, we can change them.
Yeah.
They are, in fact, those are not entrenched clauses.
Yeah.
But you know why? This vetting in all the countries in the sub-region, people want to make sure that Sulayman cannot just be appointed without being vetted.
No, background check has to be done.
Exactly. Do you understand? And
record should count.
Integrity. If our leaders don't have integrity, how do we expect them to be, in fact, responsible to the oath that they have taken? And you are always taking oath. If I am Muslim, they give you Quran. If I am Christian, they give you Bible. So you want to take away the whole chapter. And not only that, do you understand? They also,
accountability.
Yeah, accountability. They don't want the transparency. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, but what they want is, they want this master-servant relationship to have the authority to appoint, to fire and appoint.
My thing is, even when the Supreme Court ruled that, if the president nominates somebody,
yes,
he doesn't have the power to recall.
Now
this is a ruling of the Supreme Court.
And Fatou,
they went ahead and said, no, we want the president to have those powers.
Don't stand on the committee stage, but then no. It will be interesting in the committee stage.
Yeah.
For people like Fatimata Jawara, Maimuna Nyul, Kebala Nyul, from Begele, both support Lenaba, they will vote for that or for the constitution of the bank. Then it will be very interesting. So then it means Barofan as a kino kula bakono. As a kino ni pasta. From Bajela like Modo Bayikono Maloba.
Yeah.
So,
you know?
You'll be disappointed and surprised that they will vote for
it.
Because that's what their principle wants. It's not about it's not about proper laws. It's not about the people. It's about what their principle wants.
Yeah, but Niala Nyoketa is just giving a knife to somebody to stab you on the stomach. So Barobe do kono uyala because nani memkuyat. Abeba ile. As a king or fall after speaker falling about 4 deputy speaker malongo. You know? Wala na maybe abo murundika.
I don't think so.
Aba murundika.
Ngola ala draft nyimba. Ala draft. Ako sa somebody like pride deputy obay. Mela nominated member. Ngo fall after speaker la bayla nkonta malo. Male ga jubani jubayo nyofu.
Kana fa bakari lo kijo farade.
Basa tano ya fa bakari ya kumba will be secure. Ya kumba
right now can everybody secure.
Fana ni salde kal duwa ya kumba. Momo nominated member.
But ni be insinuate na akijo be farala.
Ni sugara ko na ni nominated member li yende kal kano kara ya kumba. Ni ya kumba de what time the fitino dol beje be dol bayla. I know because political bukatu killing. But nomination, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nominated member to affirmative action.
But right kind,
affirmative action then kajeko the marginalized minority groups are represented.
Yeah.
But in parliament, ni tara dawra ni na yinin kajeka for what? Are you talking about party nomination to contest? Are you talking about that? No, when you say this is what is nomination.
Yeah.
What do we do kono ko sidinya me afoko victim and perpetrators be dula killing, right? Peace and blah blah reconciliation.
Do you have to bring that up?
Yes, it's very important. It's very important.
I see.
Yeah.
So you are a guy with a multi.
No,
That's
my wife. Very white.
Small brother.
But one thing when it comes to Gambian issues, I don't even see people's face. But see, to say that, I say no. Yeah, understand. Bari membe siring jana victim soul. You understand? Membe baluring. Mem fata ila family mu victim ole yalo ibe siringi. It's very unfair on them to say that. And one thing we have to acknowledge, yes, we can advocate for peace, we can advocate for reconciliation, we can advocate to forget and move on.
But we have to accept.
But we have to acknowledge our mistakes, if we want to call it that.
Apologize.
And then there should be justice, because we cannot reconcile in the absence of justice.
That's why they call it TRRC.
We cannot move ahead when justice is not served. All of them, when they get bay a carbon walking nick now at so nin victim ni perpetrator so bedula killing. Samala wasab. Nin sama banta doron ibe janjan.
Nene fo de so say.
Nin sama banta doron ibe janjan.
Anu le janjan man jamfa. 2026.
So whatever they're saying, whatever privileges they have right now, let them always have at the back of their mind. They're riding on the sweat of people to be where they are, and all those privileges and enjoyment.
Exactly.
I don't like it when they become so dishonorable, when they become so forgetful that everything is good and dandy and rosy, forgetting that people are still suffering.
Yeah.
And people are dying by the day because victims, they're not being cured. Some of them are still getting worse. And before you know it, they're going to die.
They are on their deathbed. But what I'm saying, if the victim themselves have surrendered, given them themselves, tell them that, yes, you have done this thing to me without the truth, without the reconciliation, I don't care as long as I'm here. This is what we are seeing in this country.
But it's all vulnerability.
In Sierra Leone, it happens there. South Africa, it happens there. The reason why they call it Truth, Reconciliation, Reparation Commission. Truth must be established first. I know that I have offended Fatou. Fatou knows that Sulayman is the one who did this thing to me. Fatou now can forgive. Do you understand? Now the government can compensate Fatou. That's why reparation come in.
Yeah.
To see to it that the wound, though you cannot 100%, heal the wound, But at least the family will know that justice is
a mitigating factor.
Do you understand? So, but our TRRC has been messed up. Our country, we are at a crossroad. You know, many people are not putting this thing into perspective. We don't have constitution. We have the dictator's constitution that he used to maim, to kill people, to rape people, to arrest, jail people. That constitution is here that we are dealing with as a serious people. The TRRC, people who were murdered, raped, fathers missing up to now. Do you understand? We don't want to compensate them. The small fund that came, I don't know how they share it, unless the minister is invited. And now the minister today telling me that
I know people were given a check of 19,000.
Just go and watch today's
$19,000.
The minister saying that they don't have the capacity, the experts to run reparation. And when you have started something, it was a bring fund. Do you understand? Raise fund. Give fund to these people. Some are still at home. Some are giving pittance. Do you understand? So where is the seriousness in Barrow's government?
Man, what you had is a wife fight ma.
So what we are saying is
people. Fatou Camara bete mu ngi febar.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know,
that lady mu ngi
fajuna bede.
What I'm telling you is, you know, we are dealing with a very serious crisis. And one thing that Gambians are not watching, don't rule out these people to come back. It's not that Jammeh is physical. Jammeh, I cannot rule it out.
He
you
said
understand?
he's coming.
I cannot rule it out.
He said he's coming.
Because if I am seeing the enablers, the perpetrators are at our key institutions, they are collaborating, conniving. The communication that is taking place within Gambia, some of you are not observant to it. So our country is prone to a military coup d'etat, is prone to subversion of anything. I'm not saying that that's what is going to happen. Do you understand?
But you will not rule it out.
But I'm not going to rule it out because I'm seeing a lot of signals.
Yeah.
The Sahel is not stable.
It's
So
sad.
what we need to do today is the oppositions also. We have a mission to fulfill. We have a generational mission to fulfill. Then we must come together on table.
It has to be now.
Do you understand?
It has
we must
to
have
be
a
now.
scheme for 2026.
It has to be now.
We must have a scheme. Let's put all our differences aside. You know, somebody is appointed as a minister, this MP. That's not the issue.
Yeah.
The issue is the system.
Yeah.
If there's a system in place, Fatou, how many people
It
are
will
on the
take care of that,
Fatou
yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Fatou is employing how many people here? Nobody controls her. Because 2016, there was a level ground we started building. That's why they were all established. Some of them said, oh, had I known, I would have gone. Some said that, no, Manyana in Kelajang, this investment. They were discouraged. Because the perpetrators now are coming and they are following the same scheme. Do you understand? We are seeing animal farm happening again. Huh?
Some are more equal than others.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
Comrade Napoleon is always right. Some of us in the parliament behave like, you know, it's wrong to call them sheep in animal farm. I'm saying sheep they are not sheep, but the way sheep were behaving in animal farm. Even if Comrade Napoleon started talking, they are not ready, they will be, you know, throwing themselves on the floor.
The super yellow.
You know, super jolly.
What to be journal legi time of banter. But before I go though, I want to have your perspective. You know, Mesunkaro kono tomorrow high prices ni sukuru botol mano tulolu. Yamira as parliamentarians government nyanta mona kela puruka danyi no sone ndi banko dingole.
Yeah, koleatale. Sunkar tana koleatale. In banko koleatale sunkaro wa yala fa. So nka men follow mo yintigo Gambian will be we have a cost to fight. Because when the head gets intoxicated, it affects the body. The rate of corruption in this country, contracts, the way contracts are awarded, the way business, look at the cement. And look at the cement issue, people complain, ja oil, damma manyana, dila nyina. You understand? Not that we hate ja oil, we don't hate. But the system needs to be balanced. People must be given opportunity to be players. But if quota ya di karakirin da mal, amana supplying kilo, mola bungol lot, melbe duno kela. le bere sol mel be sareti tiol moto tiol mel ba yoron le ba sambal farafenye même fan be wa afrique farafenye so there is this connection so you sun karo kono lo mburo san non no nyaadi be domoro ken non no nyaadi so wala na ninko good governance institutional sanity lafta yin si falle but bi Fatou Touré bota Badibou la bama bota Badibou Kirawan Suleiman yana contract ko be sika di Fatou killing contract ko be ba Fatou ya nya fay dawda contract ko be other people will be hinted do ko kele ma keno you understand so Barrow is listening. This is not what we fought for. We want our institutional to be good. Wherever you are, you can be able to perform. You can be able to feed your family.
Ngo contractual ka di janne ka ko mol ka bid ye wini ka fo bari nyimbuka MPP support nyimbuka masakunda support. No. There's this project that minketa science. We'll come to it. Yes. This fertilizer project.
Yes.
No deka bi dang de buka joy sa. Danga dañoo jël nit ñi ñu ne kii nekku di support nguur gi ñu ne la kii nekku di support NPP ñu aaye la contract bi non dëkk bi dafa metti
they are supporting only one person that's Mohamed Jah.
That's so unfortunate.
You understand? So Mohamed Jah will get richer and richer. All these people will get richer and richer at the end of the day.
And we will continue to
perform those
and Karl Marx said
at this point we should all go to NPP.
And Karl Marx said if the gap between the rich and the poor are getting wider and wider, it's the right of the proletariat to rise up against the bourgeoisie class. So the people at the periphery, the people at the downtrodden people must rise up. All of them we must rise up. No, because at the end of the day,
it cannot be sustainable.
Fatou, you know, if you cannot beat the system and join the system. Because system to game saying Keno Bondino. Ndebena Bona American Natajang, Deco Natafengola, Batata, Buka Fencer. So Ulfanaka Naki Pruka contract also Pisalo Bekering. No, Janika Nakijila. Let's form a group. Nananyoka. We form a go. Who are we? Kenya they did it. Botswana they did it.
Senegal.
Namibia they did it. Senegal men Bendalaja. If South Africans can reference Senegal. To my surprise, Zuma was one day interviewed. Because Zuma go, do you think that if you are denied, you will have a candidate to win? Because Zuma went to court for two things.
Yeah, corruption.
MK, yala corruption on yaman. But la party on yin control siso. He wanted to register it, so he has about court call ANC kama useless because that's the military wing of ANC. So kabarin court yoga court na rafu kanyo sarapati on name no. But I found a contest null because he has a legal issue. What happened in Senegal? I referenced them. Will happen in South Africa. If I cannot contest, somebody will contest and win. Kabring Jomoy man Sonko man contest no. Jomoy man ama win.
Yeah.
If South Africa can reference Senegal, ndoka munali bado.
I remember there was this job that was supposed to be given to somebody that I work with, Kimaligeya.
Yeah.
You then by the final stage, you know why then brings to my attention the Yangi Ligeya ko hamne is enemy of the state.
Yeah.
That's Talib.
No, Neneh.
Talib Juma.
I got it.
Yeah. And that's how they cancel the deal.
Yeah.
Because an enemy of the state is working with
them. And this nga dama wax bu wax ne dama def Dr. Gajigo def nañ fi benn program state capture. I'm going to bring him again because there are so many things yoo xam ne si dëkk bi xam nga loolu dafa injustice la man lii mooma dee naxari nit ki ngeen def tender mu dem jënd bidding li am bi ay 150 300,000 ñu def documentation spend almost $1 million put together seen document and everything borom mu win sax ngeen ne déedéet because do they support seen parti bi xam nga man dama defoon ne xëy na Barrow du yëg yi sax man loolu laa dee wax. because loolu
système o ñi.
because lii dama foog ne Barrow su dee yëg lii.
Fatou
dina si jóg.
lii dafa métti. That's what I told them.
lii dafa métti.
Fatou ma ne ko enemy of the state.
APRC système wala muuta nang.
non
APRC système wala muuta nang.
non dëkk bi dafa métti de.
even to friend me. nimel mu téeri maal ti ni ka kol ke sila pour kan walim fan ni ndedum fana naka kenni do la jana sangul ko nda badal this man kabri ya bondi follow gan we are trying to help him to come back kabra boda system ko ni UDP kapu ni na UDP cross ta nyaaya ya ka be ma bola mfana ya kuma den kan ndelan sollem abe nyaadi ni na kapu anala mol be government mol ndate temaji na minigal mala fay kana ne na la hajo bi tiñala la hajo ti
waaye seetal Alaaji Konte luñ ko def
so
Alaaji Konte dafa defar boppam démba balaa tey
so
démba balaa tey defar boppam nekk electrician from electrician ba tey mu own company biggest electrical company in this country waaye just because da ngeen góob dafa bokk beneen parti yaaxa àddinaam yëpp
yes they stop all the
xam nga loolu dafa métti te loolu dañ ko war di wax every single day
parce que gom-gom bi mooy ne ale la moo nekk di
réew mi doxut waaye
Fatou wala na we need to rise up
this is wrong man lii moo tax every day man dama day gën a mer di mer sometimes dama day def yeneen show ma dem toog si kër gi ma ne this is not me but you talk to people you see you dama day fàtte sa boss you talk to people you see what they are going through how they are treated
soo toogee fii nii di wax du ne yow because to be honest yow yaa ngi lekk yaa ngi naan yaa ngi nelaw sa gannaaw bandang ku la fekk sa kaw la dafa fa ne yaa ngi Singapore in the biggest hotel waaye dafa am ñu la yàq
the masses
dafa am ñu nekk sa gannaaw mbokka yeeg dëkkandoor yooyu li ma dee wax nit ñi rek man su ma nekkee suma kër maa ngi soo ok waaye su ma génnee si bunti kër bi rek gis ma next door neighbor gis mbokka bu ñëw ne daf ma seeti nga xool ko si kaw ba si suuf nga laaj sa boppa man naka laa mun a mel nii yow yaa ngi mel nii te sa biir Gambie bi lañ dikka soo wax bi yëpp ñoo tax ñuy wax advocacy bi yëpp ñoo tax ñuy advocacy
ba pare li ma gis léegi xam nga time boobu Yaya Jammeh nit ñi dañ daan ragal pour wax waaye 2016 bu ñëwee ragal boobu dafa génn da ngaa gis businessman bi di wax keneen di wax waaye léegi dafa ñëwaat gis nga businessman yi man am na 3 business people ñoo xam ne ñu ngi leen def loo xam ne si dëkk bi ñooñu seen story su ma ko explainer da ngaa bëgg a jooy soo leen waxee ñu ne non yàlla nga tujjee doroŋ niya for next contract ki be mbalal ko tey lay te duma leen blame seen jobo dañ leen a dundal
Fatou
kenn bëggut a mel luñ def Alaaji Konte man every day dama day joxe Alaaji Konte exemple because luñ ko def dafa ñaaw te dafa wrong Alaaji Konte Gambien la war naa mun a bokk fu ko neex loolu warut a tax du mun a liggéey si réew bi nga xam ne projet am bi moo am du politique moo ko jox
andala ñaxam la dokul ka betiya
kooku lim dee dundal Gunjur lim dee dugal kombo suñ la ko waxee kombo lim dee def si dëkk bii tey nga yaaxal ko loolu noonu xam nga ñaata families nga yaaxal réew mi doxut te Barrow moom I hope ne seetaan na li mu waxaat ak nitam yi te maa ngi ñëw ne maa gaajigoo dina ñëw state capture foog ñu wax ci man daal waxtu bi jeex na dama bëgg a read list of people that voted because there were a lot of arguments ñu vote ak ñu voted ñoo xam ne ñoo vote for the diaspora
voting
bill bi Honorable Madi Cissé, Serekunda West, Honorable Sulayman Saho, Central Badibou, Lamin J. Sane, Brikama South, Lamin Cissé, Kiang West, Swaibu Toure, Wundi East, Asan Toure, Bakau, Tangot Toure Kundabi Sanina. Fatoumata Njai, Tuma Njai, Banjul South, Omar Jamme, Janjambure, Independent, Yaya Gassama, Kiang East, Fat Cham, Sane Mentereng, Abdoulaye Ndiaye Central Badibou Yaya Sanyang
Banjul Central
Banjul Central Abdoulaye Ndiaye Independent Banjul Central Yaya Sanyang Latrikunda Kebaro Kombo South and Suleiman Jammeh Bundung suma député bi moom tam vote na those that voted against CDSK Ndiaye nominated Abdoulaye Cissé Ol Yundum Keba Tumanding Sane Fonyi Jarol Almame Jiba Fonyi Kansala Sankundam Fa Iliasa Aliou Balde Jara Is Abdou Sow Kombo East Samba Diallo Nyamina Dankunku Keba Diallo Jara Central Padembo Sane Fonyi Bondali Esa Konte Jimara Tamsir Cham Nyomi Seni Jawara Lower Salum Keba Lang Fofana nominated Yunus Enba Kiang Central Fatou K Jawara nominated Jibi Mbalo Lower Fuladu Haruna Bari Jara is Sekuba Basse Amikoli Fonyi Berefet Biram JS Sow Nyamina West Salifu Jawo Jokadu Alaji Babu Cissé Sabah Sanjal Mfali M Kora Tumanna Daura Jeng Nyamina is the other national assemblies they were out of town. Some of them were assembly mission because 49 new vote.
Wow, Alaji Dabo, Honorable Alaji S. Dabo is on
ECOWAS mission.
Sirif Sar tamit is on
Sirif Sar
Amadou Camara, Maimouna Cissé
ñom Bileji ñom ñep ECOWAS lañ.
Wow, ki tamit tukki na nak Lamine Ba Banjul
mom tam dafa to
I think he's not in the country.
Did I hear Asan Bakau?
Bakau.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned
voted for. So ñeneen ñi den tukki woon. Yeah. So li mooy woon list bi. So pour ñu ko bëgg
So what I'm saying is in conclusion, Parliament can rescind the decision. So that depends on whether the reaction from Diaspora, whether Barrow is going to feel it. If he feels it, he should call his people. We can put a motion the next minute and bring this thing back.
Okay.
We can do that.
That's
do you
possible.
understand? So
since the draft constitution is not coming, you have time.
Yes. So in fact, the day that it's supposed to come, we replace this anti-corruption. Not anti-corruption, how to call it, election bill.
Yeah.
So we can put it, and I want every NAM, if it is a choice for them, not any pressure from the president or NPP party, let them be liberal in mind to know that this is doable.
This is doable.
You know, and it's constitutional.
Okay.
It's not contravened to the constitution.
Call
your friend.
Continue di len neexal rek.
lobby rek.
Waaw, let's lobby ñu neexalante ñoom rek. At the end of the day, xam suñ soxla rek la.
Waaw,
xam ci solo. I have Abdou Sow's name. I even forgot that he's at the parliament.
Abdou Sow, he was, he was UDP.
Yeah, exactly.
But he resigned from UDP. Now he said he's NPP. He's not NPP, Astagfirullah, he's independent.
Independent, but aligning to
most of that he aligned with NPP, but he's independent. He did not join NPP.
No, he joined NPP.
He joined NPP?
Yes, he joined the political party, NPP.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
He joined officially.
Oh, okay.
Until he was escorted to State House with his
okay. I thought he said he was
entourage.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Look at Lulu make news.
Man kisi ko xamone nané Abdou Sow xam nané resign on na ñun we reported that. Why when he resigned he said he was going to remain independent.
Exactly.
That's what he said.
That's where
he's part of the
NPP. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yes,
wish him all the best. Ramadan Mubarak to you all. Suleiman Baraka Kashadiata, hopefully with the other names will be able to come here and also defend all of these things and but
Drafo Kaiwo man hope jara. Even today, until after go let it be treated once and for all and dusted. But it Attorney General ko is a reschedule. But inte man chance la jala. Because put nyoma kala consensus. The chance is slim because government opinion gala
Fakareta. Thank you very much, Honorable Neneh. Thank you so much for stepping in. We hijacked it, but
you tried.
It came like, so natural. Thank you so much. Until we come your way again next Thursday. Good night to you all. See you again. Bye-bye.
We are happy to announce the launch of our new logo. We have evolved since our incorporation in 1997, and it is time to refresh our new look to reflect who we are today. Before I reveal our new look, however, walk with me while I take you through our journey of the last 25 years. Trust Bank was incorporated on July 3rd, 1997 and began operations on October 1st, 1997. Following the collapse of the parent company of its predecessor, Meridian, the CBG stepped in and recapitalized the bank and held the shares in trust, thus the name Trust Bank. In 1999, the first investors who responded to the IPO and paid $1.50 per share received their maiden dividend of 50 bututs per share. In 2000, the bank fully paid back its investment by declaring another dividend of $1.20 bututs per share, making it a cumulative dividend per share of $1.70, which was 20 bututs above the purchase price. Between 2002 to date, share capital has increased from $27 million to $200 million, indicating that the bank has grown organically by plowing back profits to increase capital while at the same time paying dividends to shareholders. The bank was listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange in November 2002, being the first ever cross-border listing in the sub-region. Now let's talk about awards. The bank was awarded the insignia of the National Order of the Republic of the Gambia, ORG, in the year 2010 by His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia. During the past years, the bank has received so many national and international awards. Banker Magazine, 6 times. Global Finance, 6 times. Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, 5 times. We began operations with 3 branches. Now, we have 18 branches and 20 ATMs and counting. On digital services, mobile app, check. Online banking, check. Transaction alerts, check. Watch this space. We've got more coming. Creating employment, yes, we've got that too. 400 and counting. And we take great care of our people too. medical insurance, life insurance, private and state pensions, annual pilgrimages for both Muslims and Christians, training, yes, we do them all. One team, one family, one goal. That's the Trust Bank spirit. On corporate social responsibility, we have spent over $50 million in various causes. We care, and so we share. Over the years, we have paid over $1.6 billion to our shareholders, which translates to a whopping $20 per share and counting. Phenomenal returns for our shareholders who purchased at $1.50. Corporate taxes, over $1 billion is paid. Our journey started with a vision to create the kind of company that delivers quality services and innovative products with an inspired team dedicated to serving our customers, our environment, and our communities at large in the most caring manner. We remain fully committed to delivering excellent services to each of our stakeholders, customers, employees, shareholders, and partners. So, we remain true to who we have always been.